What is up, risk takers? Welcome to the Kill Pete strategy. I am Pete. I am a top player playing Risk Global Domination on PC. I have a daily release schedule on YouTube. I do Fix Friday every Friday, and I do the Waiting on Your Best Behavior podcast, this show, every Wednesday. If you are interested in getting better at the game of Risk, I invite you to subscribe to my channel and come along the ride with me. Ready up, please. Today,
Will do.
a show, 3 episodes in the making. I would like to reintroduce a friend of mine, former free-for-all world champion, former back-to-back free-for-all finalist, top grandmaster, YouTuber. Geez, you got a nice long list there. Cosmic Cowboy, how are you?
Pretty good. How about you?
I'm great, man. So, the first thing I want to tell the people is this is the third attempt I have made to do a Cosmic Cowboy episode, because the first time, while excellent, I feel like it was a lot more of a Pete, Cowboy, and Parlock show.
We're all just kind of hanging out.
The second time, we had Stove and Cherry in the mix, and we didn't ever get a chance to sit down, just the two of us, and chat. So I'm very happy to have that opportunity with you now.
Oh yeah, I'm sure there'll be a lot of interesting conversation to be had here.
Well, you're an interesting dude. Okay, I'm gonna go.
Really?
You
think so?
I think so. You can prove me wrong.
That's true.
But hey, I don't know if that was the right spot to go. We're gonna try that one.
Okay, so you're seemingly kind of like that Gun Tower West, eh? That's kind of your thoughts here?
Well, I mean, look at the blizzards.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking good, I'll give you that.
Mm-hmm. You picked these settings.
I think what I'm gonna do is probably a bit more towards the maintenance, because I don't think I really have a right to go anywhere else, if you kind of get me.
Maintenance, eh?
I think most places are kind of already been called by someone.
I see them purples. Well, you go last, which is actually kind of great.
Yeah, I get a lot of fucking troops to swing around, eh?
These, yeah. Starting with 6 extra, you could probably finish, or at least come close to finishing maintenance on the first turn. So let me do a quick rundown of the players in this game. So I'm in the first position. This is the main Pete account, Kill Pete Strategy VCC. I have 1,472 hours on this account with 1,788 wins, 659 losses. In position 2, we have Marin Brombat, flying the flag of Angola, former free-for-all world champion, the current free-for-all world champion, 420 hours played, 774 wins, and 571 losses. In position 3, we have Finley Pope 27, top 10 grandmaster, flying the flag of Colombia, 793 hours played, almost 5,000 games, 2305 wins, 907 losses. In position 4, we have Zeronima, flying the flag of Denmark, 1,695 hours with 1079 wins, 1381 losses. Position 5, we have Asylum the Crazy, I hear he's nuts, flying the flag of Sweden, 618 hours played, 384 wins, 310 losses. And finally, the man of the hour, Cosmic Cowboy YouTube from Canada. That's his VCC. If you don't know, now you know. Please go down and give him a follow. And Cosmic's record looks like this: 351 hours with 238 and 161. So, notably, you have... Yeah, easy hold on that, eh?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Notably, you have the least hours of players in this game.
I do.
You learn quickly, yes?
I would like to say so, yeah.
Okay.
Well, I had for the first free-for-all tournament, before any of the games started, I probably joined the Discord about a month prior, so I had a month to go from never playing the game past, like, expert tier opponents to getting into free-for-all tournament mode.
Okay. And is this typical for you with other games?
Yeah, I'm not, like, obviously I'm not, like, godly at everything I play, but I learn pretty quickly, so I'm not bad at most video games by default, kind of.
Okay.
Because I can kind of grasp, like, what they are very quickly. I've been playing them a long time, you know, ever since I was a kid. When I was, like, I think 5 years old, I got my first DS, and ever since, you know.
So you would say games come quite naturally to you?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you guess as to why?
Well, my parents definitely played like a lot of games around me when I was younger, and like even played games with me and stuff. So it wasn't like I was kind of being taught how to play them from like younger, and even my dad would play stuff like StarCraft and Command and Conquer and all that, which are like strategy games
Sure.
in of themselves.
I
So I
love
was
I
taught
love
how to
StarCraft. I know StarCraft.
I was
Yeah.
taught to kind of critically think from a young age because I would play against him, and obviously, he's gonna beat me every time, but I'm learning as I do it.
Hmm. When was the first time you
So,
played Risk?
I think I played the board game of it maybe when I was like 8, but I obviously didn't really understand it at the time, and I was too young to really appreciate Risk in a sense. If you get what I mean?
Hmm.
Because like I'm a little kid, some troops on the board aren't that entertaining to me, obviously, at the time.
You want more flashy explosions and aliens and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, sure.
when I was a kid, for sure.
Sure. Okay.
Um, but then I played this version of Risk, I think maybe, I don't know, I want to say like a year or so before I joined the Discord at all. So, like, I wasn't playing it constantly, but I played it a little bit on and off, if that makes sense.
Yep. And
And I just kind of casually played it.
what was the impetus for you to join the Discord?
Honestly, it was that I started playing the game more and more towards the start of 2020, because, a lot of chilling inside and stuff. And I was like, oh, cool, I haven't played this game much. And so I was going to give it a try. Like, again, because I had played it, but not, like, to any serious extent. And I decided to join a Discord to kind of learn some tips and tricks, because I was curious. After playing, like, one game, I saw this guy who was just flying around the map, and he killed everyone in, like, seconds, right? So I tried the progressive game and got my ass handed to me. I was like, what just happened? So I joined the Discord,
was it
and
me?
they kind of broke it down. I mean, maybe. I don't think it was, though.
Yeah. No, because like I remember before I really came around, I got caught by a Reddit post. If you go back long enough in my Reddit history, you'll see it. Somebody just caught me, and they're like, "How the fuck does he move this fast? This guy must be cheating." I was like, "Nah, that was me." And go on PC, turn off your animations, and every time this comes up in the community, it's just I don't know why animations on is the default, but
Yeah,
you
I
guys
think
want to
that,
speed
I
up.
mean, it's probably just more because it looks better from like a design perspective, if you get what I mean.
Sure.
Like the game looks nicer from them. Whether it plays better or not isn't really the point. It's just it looks better and it's easy for noobs to kind of get that little zoom in on their effect. I don't know. Would you say I'm talking on my ass there? Or do you agree with me to some regard?
Well, I mean, this segues nicely into, I think, the main topic that we wanted to discuss, other than your bio, which is the state of the game and
Yeah.
places that maybe would be room for improvement, things you would like to see, things I would like to see. So why don't we start with that? The floor is yours. What would you like to see added to the game in the next year?
So for new content that hasn't been in there before, I'd love to see more game modes, I think. Because the game modes are really good. There's a great selection of them. But I'd love to see more, either more interplay between the game modes, like being able to have, rather than caps be its own full game mode, it would be cool to also have a setting where if you're playing zombies, for example, you can also enable caps. Or you could play 70% caps, so you have two win conditions. You either win by 70% or by all the caps, right?
Oh, like have both exist simultaneously.
Yeah,
Oh,
so the
that's
board
really
can have
interesting.
way more complex like interplay with all of that.
I've never thought of that. That's a really interesting idea.
Yeah,
Cool.
because then there's a lot of strategy. Because you have to make sure people are both not able to get 70%. But you also have to protect your caps, right? So
Yeah,
I
I
think it'd
like
be
it.
exciting.
It sounds exciting.
For other things though, stuff I'd like to see fixed is the attack speed. I'm very unhappy
Mm-hmm.
with it. I haven't mentioned it a lot because I don't really like to be that guy that complains about it, because it kind of seems like you're whining a bit in a sense, if you get what I mean when you do
Okay.
that.
Sure.
It's like everyone technically was hit just as hard, so it's not a me problem.
Well,
But
I think mobile users were hit harder than PC users.
Yeah, it's pretty frustrating. Like, I'll have games a lot of time where I'll play where there's a kill that I used to be able to get, and I'm still kind of stuck in that mindset. That's one thing I do struggle with, is if there's something in the game I used to be able to do, even if I'm, let's say, rusty at the game, like I haven't played in a while, I will still default to being able to do it. So a lot of times, kills I physically cannot land anymore, but I absolutely could have in the past, I will now lose games to, and I have to switch to that. But it's frustrating because I know I can do it, I have done it before, and I feel like I'm just being artificially held back to no fault of my own.
Okay.
Would you agree?
So
Because
here's my stance on the speed nerf. When the speed nerf happened on PC, this was before mobile, I was absolutely astounded that that was the decision they took.
I feel that.
So I believe that if there is a limit, or if there should be a limit to our ability, it should be our own, right? I think it makes no sense for the game to artificially have some kind of
like a skill ceiling,
rate limiter determining how fast I can move, right? I would like to be able to move as fast as I physically can and as fast as I can think.
Of course.
And, well, you say of course, but I don't know if everyone agrees. So the big question around speed is, this is a cross-platform game. We should have some sort of fairness between the devices. But if that argument was true, the speed nerfing...
Why did they nerf mobile?
Well, I think you know why.
Because we're fast in PC for a small time?
No, because of the disappearing troop bug.
Right.
Right? So that is the reason, ostensibly, that...
See...
But you don't believe that.
Yeah, so that's one thing I do want to say, is I know the disappearing troop bug was a big thing, and I was around when it happened. I was there during, like, that was early tournament stuff, so I was, like, pretty knee-deep in it by then, you know?
Okay.
But I'm not trying to say, like, oh, I'm great and all that. I hate coming off that way. But I was pretty fast for a mobile player. I was one of the fastest, you know?
Sure.
And I never encountered that issue.
Not as fast as Finley Pope 27, by the way.
No, Finley...
Have you seen this guy? Like, it's ridiculous.
He's crazy. Yeah. I'm sure he makes the girls happy, those fingers.
Hey, this guy, huh? Yeah. I don't know. You're allowed to say that now because you are no longer a minor.
Exactly.
Notably, Cosmic Cowboy has turned 18 since last we chatted on the show. You can make all the sex jokes you'd like, sir, but fast fingers, I love it.
I'm glad to get the permission.
Oh, you don't need my permission. It's just, you know, there's that gray area. I'm sure you were
also,
you know, being an active person on the internet and whatnot.
Oh yeah. Also, yeah. Finley really wants you dead, huh?
Well, I mean, it's his prerogative.
Yeah, for sure. But it's kind of like, what do you do? He didn't
trust leaving me behind. Yeah, exactly. What do I do? I have no choice but to slam into him. So he has to preempt it, which is fine. He probably will. He's had his bonus all game. So, I mean, I'm sure Finley wins this war.
Yeah, but at least you're not dead to him. Like, the odds of him actually killing you are incredibly low.
I'm dead to someone. I'm not necessarily
you're dead to
dead.
Someone.
I'm not necessarily dead to him.
I don't think he like benefits from that though, because he'll get that content too late into the game, and he'll have sunk so many resources to give someone else a power up. You get what I mean?
Yeah, but you see that all the time.
Well, of course, but I'm just surprised he's making that move. I guess is what I should say.
You're saying that the more correct way to play it would be for him to have sued for peace and like not broken the non-confrontational hold I have, thus allowing us to get cards elsewhere.
Because I think if you two got cards elsewhere, he would not be feeding you, and in fact, he has locked you behind him still.
Yeah.
So you eventually, once your exteriors are taken care of, will be his, right? It's very hard for them to justify killing you when going through the heart of his army.
Which was my hope, but that wasn't the way that cookie crumbled, so...
Yeah. So it's just interesting. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. You know what? If that's his play, that's his play. We'll see how it works. Maybe he wins this still.
I mean, I think you win this.
Me? I don't think I win
think
this.
you obviously win this game.
No.
Based on how I am seeing this game, it doesn't look like anybody can stop you.
I think so.
Oh, but if you're not letting me get a card.
Oh, well, oh yeah, wait, well, oh, you can't get a card. Okay, never mind. I'll pull away then.
Well, no, I mean,
actually
you don't have to give me a card.
Well, no, of course not, but I don't want you to die now, especially, because it's also beneficial for me to have you get cards,
Yeah,
right?
you'd rather me get cards.
Yeah,
so
and
that
I didn't realize
so that I die later.
You.
Yeah. No, fair enough. Fair enough. I want someone to kill me for more cards. Somebody gets more value.
I don't know, though. I mean, I have really good exteriors. I really like the two I have. They're both in separate continents. They're both technically across the map from each other.
Quite deep, yeah.
Yeah,
quite separated.
And they're both strong. So I like them both a lot. But I feel like Asylum's looking pretty good. He has a lot of troops, and he has a bigger income than me.
Mm-hmm.
And he also has the grand ability that he completely has Marin around him, but he has bigger troops, so he can just punch out and kill Marin at any point, right?
Yeah, see, if I was Marin, I don't think it made sense to take the continent he took.
Yeah, because now he's like almost forcing Asylum to kill him, but while also making Asylum have every advantage to do so. Asylum goes after him in the turn order, so he gets a bigger match in, and he also has the bigger continent. But we'll see.
I love
hoping
too how the Blizzards change this map every time in such a significant way.
Oh, for sure. I really like this map for that. And I wish they add more maps like this that are maps that they're not linear. They have like rooms that expand out. However, they have choke points which a few Blizzards can really cut off. That's why I really liked Archaeanos, and I still do like it. I don't like the change they made as much, but it's still a good map. You get what I'm saying?
Well, Trigons is like that, I think.
Yeah, Trigons I really like, or Seagrogs. That's another really good one I like.
You like Seagrogs. You're a Seagrogs man.
You don't like Seagrogs?
Not as much as Trigons.
I guess that's fair.
I like it. I like it plenty.
Alright.
Who kills me? Asylum's
It's really just up to...
telling me to attack blue.
Let's go.
Yeah,
well,
I would Asylum, but I know something you don't, sir.
You do? Okay.
And the thing that I know is... I was not blessed with cards.
That is depressing.
So who can kill me? Can Marin kill me? I think Marin kills me.
I don't think Marin kills me.
I think Marin kills me right now. Oh, no, he can't go through Finley. Right, he can't go through Finley. So nobody can actually kill me.
Yeah, that's the thing. You're not dead because Finley can't kill you. And no one else can kill.
Somebody should probably kill me, dude.
No, he can't.
I think somebody
If he hits you there, he just gives you the Finley.
Right. Oh my god. I really think someone should kill me, though.
Well, yeah, it's one of the situations where someone probably should be able to, but because of just a very specific situation you find yourself in, they can't.
Right.
Which I find that funny.
It is
I
funny.
like those.
You know what it was, too? My 4 next to your 32, that just so happened to be the card that I traded in with the +2 on it, so it became a 7.
Oh.
I think that was the saving grace, otherwise I would have lost that position and be dead already.
That's probably true, I would agree.
So sometimes you just get lucky.
Nothing wrong with that, though, eh?
Well, I mean, lucky to not be dead. I'm not going to suggest that I have a chance at winning this game, but we shall see.
Well, I mean, once the card margins get big enough, though, you know, even like a 30-troop disadvantage, or 50-troop even, if you can sneak in a kill, like someone fucks it up, you have a chance for comeback. That's why I like Prague. It isn't just decided, like, within the first 10 turns or so, if you're even playing anymore. You always have a chance. You get what I'm saying?
Well, the degree to which one has a chance when somebody like Asylum has 92 troops.
I almost don't want to match in, because I struggle to find how one player can kill me here.
Sure.
You see it? Like, I'm in a pretty good spot where I don't die, probably.
Well, Asylum...
And I don't really want to match before everyone else.
I guess.
What's the match-in worth? 25? Yeah, no fucking way. No fucking way Asylum kills me. What? It's like 30 troops at the end? How's he going to get through everything to kill my main stuff? No way.
All right.
Okay. Place on the edge here. Fuck, I'm trading in early.
You open one of his armies, no? Oh, okay, you attack that way. Sure. Sure.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I don't think this move comes as a surprise to anybody.
No. I think that was long overdue that you took that back. And what's great is that Finley just hits you again, and he's just feeding you with like so.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
he's welcome to.
He's chosen that
If
battle,
he
I
would
think.
like to do it.
I think that continent gun tower main actually is very interesting, just because of how the blizzards are set
Because
up.
it's broken. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's broken in two, and no one can hold it.
So not to like, you know, deroute our very interesting tactical commentary, but
Back to the topic at hand.
yeah.
Sure.
So now I'm curious because I kind of gave a few things. Obviously, there's a few other things I'd like ranked changes and stuff like that.
Marin's going for it.
But for
Marin's going for it. Look at this.
No, for the Finley kill. Okay.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, no, he doesn't get you. He doesn't get you.
Well, he goes through
Or
me.
he doesn't get him though. No, but he can't.
Right.
How does he kill all that stuff?
Right.
Yeah, he fails.
I think he fucked up. Now what?
Yeah. I mean, no, I don't think he fucked up. I think he just made the wrong call. But I think his
Oops.
play.
He thinks he fucked up.
Like, well, yeah, but I think that his math was good. It was the best math he could
Oh, he
go
just got
with.
bad rolls.
Yeah.
Sure, maybe.
Okay, so does Finley just fuck you over more, or does he kind of just, you know...
I would not be
Just
shocked
saying.
if he fucked me over more. I would not be even
Yeah,
a little bit
okay.
shocked.
Oh no, he wants to keep himself alive. Okay, you know what? That's ballsy. I like it. I like that. That's fun. So yeah, what would you like to see added to the game, though? What's kind of like some sort of content wish list?
My audience, if you've been around long enough, know my hill to die on, other than the speed nerf and the Shikaku thing, which we can get into, but it's minor, is the ranking system, right? I'm a free-for-all guy. You're a free-for-all guy. The idea that noob grinding 1v1s is the determinant of the top of this leaderboard after an entire year of them saying, well, at the beginning of the year, it was auto matches coming. Now what is it? Right?
It's everything else.
Well,
it's every other reason to not do it.
I put a show together to the effect of how to fix the ranking system, and I think they heard it. They asked for this advice, right? I spent a lot of time putting that show together, putting my suggestion in. Hey, guess what? Fuck you, Finley Pope 27!
Yeah, nice stuff.
Fuck
There you
you!
That's good. That's good. And Marin on odds is not going to be able to kill you either, so you're doing pretty good for yourself.
I'm loving this. This turn of events is hilarious.
See, yeah, I told you, you're not out of the game yet. Yeah, you're good.
I don't think I'm good, but at least I didn't go first.
Oh yeah, I guess that's maybe a way to look at it. But they
Oh,
have to
my
do a lot of
lord.
stuff to kill you, and if he can't match in, then he's almost definitely not going to get you. And even if he can, then I probably will just, or someone else will just kill him, right?
We'll see.
So
For now, we're actually caught back up, except for Asylum. Look how many fucking troops Asylum has. Holy shit. You too, actually. So yeah, so the ranking
Pretty good.
system, there's a couple of things that we could do that, again, I'm not a game designer, but it's gotta be fairly simple to end noob grinding. Right? Just don't give us stats. Give us nothing. Noob
well,
grinding's
what you
done
could even do, I
instantaneously.
think,
Yeah.
is just have a system like almost every other ranked game on the planet has, where if you're a high rank, you're just not going to play against people who are low ranked. That just doesn't happen. It's impossible to queue against them. You know what I mean? The queues may take longer because of that, but I think it would progress the game so much more. You get what I'm saying? Like, there shouldn't ever be a time where someone hits number 1 on a leaderboard, but they don't have to fight a single person, and even Grandmaster. They don't have to fight a single Grandmaster to do it.
Yeah.
They can beat literally just little Timmy on his mom's phone 5,000 times in a row.
Well,
and then,
moreover, the way the rules of Collusion work in Risk currently is we can't, top 100 players can't play each other ranked, because we all know each other. We all talk on Discord.
yeah, but that's bullshit, because sure, we know each other, but that's because we're all high level players and want to connect to each other.
Right.
So even in like, what's it called? Like, this is kind of a off example, but in esports tournaments, right? Like competitive online gaming, where there's like thousands of thousands, sometimes upwards of like millions of dollars on the line. These players that are drafted into these teams all still know each other. Plenty of them are still friends, but they're playing against each other in $1 million tournaments.
Mm-hmm.
So why is it that in Risk, in a game where the only reward for hitting number one is a VIP badge if you're on the Discord and, you know, being number one, there's nothing else to it? Why is that, like, so outrageous to do, you know, to have them play against each other?
So I think I'm not an apologist for the current system, but I think the rationale is that SMG has worked so hard at mitigating collusion in the game that, and they weren't able to automate the collusion policing effectively enough, that it's still, you know, report based. You still report harassment, you report cheating in game.
Mm-hmm.
And because that is the way it is, sorry, let me just play my turn.
No problem. Do your turn, yeah.
Yeah. So because that's the way it is, the entire community and the free for all tournament as well. We can talk about why you're spending fucking 13 hours in the finals.
Yeah.
Because it's so skewed to anti-collusion, which isn't really the game of Risk as I grew up playing it, right? There was an element of teamwork in Risk, where I come from, because you're sitting at a table with your buddies and you're talking shit and you're like, hey, let's kill this guy already because, well, we got to go home at some point. So there's not just a good argument to be made to say, well, grandmasters at the top of the ladder should play each other ranked, or at least should be able. Right? It's not even that whether or not we should play each other for rank. We're not even able to do so, right? It violates fair play rules currently.
It's quite literally considered cheating to do that.
Yeah, and then the same thing goes for the tournament. So we're in a free-for-all tournament where Cosmic Cowboy is putting troops on his capital, putting troops on his army, getting a single card for what? 11, 12 hours of those 13 hours? Right? Most of that game, the finals that you won, was take a card pass.
And I think actually, kind of to expand on that thought, right?
Yeah.
Is that I kind of I was a little pissed off about it at first, but I kind of do understand the thought process some people have on why it almost seemed like teaming for me to be trading with Cherry the whole time. Because, from an outsider's perspective, I have done nothing but just sat there with Cherry, feeding us both to the wind. But I didn't have a different option, you get what I mean? And that's what I hate about that, is that I couldn't actually play differently. There was no better way to play that situation. That situation was ending the exact same fucking way, regardless.
Well, I think that's why Zerup did what he did. He was like, there's no way this ends any other way, right?
Yeah.
Zerup realized that story was only ending that way.
It was going to be an endless grind to weaken one of us.
Yeah.
And even in the most recent tournament finals, settings that were decided explicitly for the purpose
to prevent stalemating,
long games, stalemated.
Yeah.
And that is why I think, the more that we've talked about it, because we've talked about it occasionally, the more I've come on board to the idea of VC being almost inherently inherently productive to what needs to change in the tournaments, which is the long game times. Because we have someone like Phil, who is a phenomenal player, right? He's a great guy. He's great at the game. Super underrated. But he can't play the tournaments because physically his schedule cannot fit him playing the tournaments because he can't sit there for 8-9 hours.
Right.
And that's super unfair. That's super unreasonable. No one should ever be expected to do that. In fact, me sitting there for 12 hours or however long in the finals of that first tournament, I don't understand how that was supposed to be expected. You get what I mean?
Yeah, and
that's sort of unrealistic.
Stove has maintained that it is not the settings, it is the players. And initially, that it is the players that cause the stalemate, right? And initially I was skeptical. But it seems to me, I'm sorry, Asylum, like there was no other place for me to get a card. It seems to me the more I think about it, the more true that appears.
It's all Asylum on me, by the way. I would agree.
Yeah, because everyone wants to win, right?
Well, yeah, but that's where it's almost like blaming the players, though, I think, it's a valid point, and I agree. But the problem is it's not really fair to blame the players, because what else do you expect?
Well,
you're playing a tournament.
So there you go, right? You're taking it as blaming the players. It's not blaming, it's an analysis. This is the circumstance that emerges given the incentives of the rules.
Yes. So maybe that's a better way to take it then, yeah, is that this is the way it will occur. But I think that after seeing this happen so X amount of times, it's like, how did you not expect that to occur? Because everyone wants to win, and when you're playing a game where the only way to win is to not hit somebody else because they're going to total you in the process and you will not recover enough back for it to have been worthwhile. When the rules go into that kind of like a play style, there's no other way to win. You kind of have to sit there and wait for other people to make the mistake, because the first player to attack will win their battle probably, but they will lose every future battle and will get killed by the next player who comes along. You know?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It frustrates me.
I'm sure that settings can be produced that would be impossible to stalemate. I'm sure of it. I don't know how likely or how common those settings are, because it's probably possible, given the way Risk is.
Well, technically 5-round rumble.
Give me a
hard counter.
Give me a fucking break. 5-round. I know you are. 5-round rumble. Fuck off.
I think 70% Dom would be pretty useful for that, though. Right? Because a lot of, and this is where combining game modes would be interesting. Because if you combine caps and 70% Dom with two different win conditions, it's almost like destiny that one of those two will be fulfilled reasonably quickly. Because if you don't fortify your caps enough, someone will just take it. But if you don't protect against the 70%, someone claims all that land, right? And someone punches through, kind of like zombies do. They get through a hole and then they just keep going.
Yeah, it's really clever.
Yeah.
What I was kicking around with the idea of VC tournaments. So we did it in the GM server. Incorporating voice chat into a bit more of a competitive context. And I think we had a mixed response from the first round. Some games, like our group that you were scheduled to be in, Finley filled in for you, I think worked really, really well. And then other groups like the one Tommy was in, Tommy did not end up having fun. So it's a tough hair to split. And I think the key to having a successful VC tournament is setting the expectation ahead of time, because we're really bucking player expectation, particularly in franchise players. We have this expectation in the game that no collusion, no communication in game, really hardline approach. Anything other than that is cheating. And the VC tournament kind of flips that upside down and says, yeah, you're going to have to negotiate and you're going to be encouraged to do so.
And that's how Risk is meant to be played.
Well, see, I hesitate to use the term meant to be, because I'm not trying to gatekeep. It just is the case that the game comes from a place where you are sitting at a table able to communicate with your opponents, and taking that out turns out to produce unintended, very long-term consequences when big prizes, big world tournament prizes are on the line, Yeah. But yeah, so if I could maybe do something, baby steps towards getting a competitive VC, like a lower level, maybe not a tournament, but like an ongoing sort of league where people can play in VC and just, set the expectation, prove the concept. I think steps in the right direction, you know? And that's one thing I'm actively trying to plant the seeds in other players' heads. And if you want to be, involved in this idea and help me out, I would really appreciate it.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm totally down for that.
Well, great.
So, to kind of take the conversation in a similar vein of thought, but for the tournaments, right?
Mm-hmm.
Another thing I'd like to kind of see is, what's the word? Almost like more weird kind of settings, in a sense. Like, I think that they, like, obviously the settings, the ones they use are very skill-based, but there obviously are other settings, I think, that could be very interesting to employ. Like, you could go with something as simple as a smaller map, like, what's the word? Like a smaller map, not like France-sized, but a bit bigger than that. Maybe more like, even Spain or something on like 70%.
Okay.
A map like that where they're not massive maps, but they're maps that are hard for you to just, everyone to hold bunkers and prevent a 70% take. Ones where players can actively sweep for a 70% if they get the opportunity.
Does
that make
bonus,
sense?
Asylum. Take the whole bonus. No, he wants cards. Sneaky, sneaky. Yeah, absolutely. That would be pretty hard to stalemate, but
Yeah.
it wouldn't shock me still if it did, you know?
Well, of course, and I mean, everything at the end of the day does boil down partially to the fault of it being a tournament. Inherently, players are going to get competitive and want to get an edge. But
Cowboy, it's your solemn duty to break Asylum's bonus.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, I love the thought, and it's very, it's very awe-inspiring. He thinks he can get away with that.
Nice.
But yeah, no, that's not fucking happening, pal.
Love
He
it.
gave me a thumbs up. Sorry, dude. There's no way I'm letting you hold that.
Oh my God.
No fucking shot.
He gave you a thumbs up. That's funny.
Sorry, bro. There's no shot. You already have the most troops.
He does have a lot of troops.
Yeah. I mean, he did recently match in, so it's expected. But I'm still not giving him an extra continent. He doesn't need it.
You know what I love? How you're like, we should play some prog games. That'll be a bunch of prog games, be nice and quick. And we're fucking 40 minutes into this like huge ass stalemate 5-player Red Sands game that doesn't look like it's anywhere close to finishing.
I mean, and that's kind of thing is it's really like I want to get a kill on someone, and I've been trying slowly to think of how I can kill Marin.
Yeah.
But the problem I'm encountering is that fucking what's his name? Zero moved right out of the like spot that would have let me kill Marin as soon as it was possible and has never returned since. So I don't actually have a way to kill Marin because he is just gatekeeping two of my armies from doing it. Which is obviously frustrating to its own degrees.
Well, at least it affords us the opportunity to have an interesting conversation that meanders, where we don't have to pay a ton of attention to what's going on in this game.
Yeah, for sure, right? Just kind of lets us do our own thing. And I'm completely on board with that thought process.
I'm already much happier with this show as a showcase of you. So that was the goal. I didn't feel like Cowboy actually got his show. So I wanted to take another crack at it because I saw that too.
Sorry, what did you say?
I just wanted to take another crack at it because I just wanted to talk to you. You and I have had some very interesting conversations over the couple months we've known each other. And I didn't feel like your show did that justice.
Yeah, I'm liking this conversation a lot. It's a lot of fun. Kind of just doing their thing here, hanging out,
Yeah, I like to think I'm a pretty fun guy.
Oh, yeah. So, by the way, I kind of want to ask you, how are you enjoying that 2 continents? They're definitely helping you get back into speed, huh?
Well, dude, now I can win this game.
Yeah. And that's what I was saying. You said that your game was over, but no, you, in Progressive, you will always actively have a chance to win the game. if you're just not killed before maybe turn 20.
I thought that Finley would have done
suicide
better.
You?
No, I thought Finley would have done better being my friend. I thought he could have seen this outcome, but this outcome was determined. It was determined by me having a set on 3, which he also did. By the way, he just said in chat. So it could have gone. It could have easily gone the other way for Finley, right?
Yeah. I feel kind of bad for Asylum now. Because he went from having 2 continents, and now everyone's just done with his shit.
Yeah, that's what you get for being greedy.
Yeah. So, I find it kind of funny. But
you're actually in the lead, aren't you?
Am I?
Look at Cosmic Cowboy with all of his troops.
Yeah, but for how long am I in the lead? Because eventually you're going to pass me, because that's the inevitability of your continents. Your continents are, either equal or bigger than mine, and you have 2. So.
It's true, they're very juicy.
Although it's a very minor amount you'll go ahead of me by, so. But those 19 territories definitely help you too.
I'm a patient man.
Yeah.
We got all night.
Oh yeah. I'm not out of conversation yet.
So it occurs to me one thing I didn't actually give the people. I gave the people a breakdown of your achievements in-game. But I didn't really tell them much about the man. And I'm not sure exactly how much you're comfortable sharing on the internet. But would you give the people a brief biography of, who you are, where, when, whatever you're comfortable sharing?
Okay. So I'm just trying to think of where to start here in a sense. I don't mind sharing a lot. I'm pretty open about that. Yeah, I'm Canadian.
I am a Canadian.
I'm from... Yeah, we have that in common. I'm from Winnipeg in Canada. So, that's pretty fun. A very not great city, but that's okay.
For those who don't know about Winnipeg, Winnipeg is known for being one of the coldest and snowiest places in Canada. At least as far as the, quote, big city. How big is Winnipeg, actually? Less than 1 million people, weird, right?
Because Winnipeg's not it's not like this... Okay, so how I describe it is, how a place like New York or something, it's constant skyscrapers and big buildings. It's very it's a very boxy city almost because it's wide but it's tall. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Winnipeg is weird because we have a downtown kind of area, but besides that, we're not very massive because we just expand. We take over a lot of space, but we're not actually a lot of substance in there.
It's
probably, yeah, it's very spread out and it's very interesting. Which, by the way, speaking of very interesting, are you cool giving me a card?
You need a card up there?
I do. Yeah, up there. I kind of need.
You got lots of cards. You got lots of cards in Asylum's region here.
Well, yeah, but that also opens the gate to him, smacking me.
Well, you already did.
No, you didn't. Where'd he smack me?
You just opened it.
Well, yeah, but I mean, now that it's your turn, you can avoid me having to do that. We can trade in the back. Your 176 isn't getting killed by his 80 anytime soon. I'm
not sure what you're asking because.
Okay, so what if you moved your stack to GTE storage?
No. So that I get what you're asking. I don't understand the why.
Because I don't really want to have to, fight with these guys for cards, in a sense, and it also assures you that you will always have a card available too. Because, then we can just kind of do our own thing.
It sure is convenient that we're in VC.
Yeah, it is. I mean, if we weren't, I would have, done the little, I'm going to attack you.
Right.
No way.
Right. You would have used the alliances and.
Yeah, I would have kind of poked you in the direction I needed, but I agree VC is very handy for that. Which, I guess this exactly is a great example of collusion with VC. But if everyone was in VC, it wouldn't just be us two being able to say whatever the fuck we want.
Right, it would just be a strategic element of the game.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, well, I would like to see it.
Yeah, for sure. I think that eventually, hopefully it will become more widespread adoption that we can do VC, and it's not just in the Grandmaster tournaments. I don't even necessarily want it for every single round of the tournament. I feel like it would just be fine if in the lighter half even, or even like, semifinals, finals, there's a VC element there, because it's expected if you can make it that far, you're pretty good at the game. Everyone's kind of on equal footing with their ability to communicate with each other then. You get me?
I do.
Also, because you gave me a card, now White's trying to get me to trade with him. Haha. He wants me to not trade with you. You saw that. Sorry, pal. This is a much better card. So yeah.
See, part of me wants to take you out of there at some point too, so I get more bonuses.
Yeah, that's fair. Although you would also have to take yellow out of there.
Hey, I know it's a very slow, long-term strategy, but the game is becoming a bit of a fixed game again, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I'd like to think of how we can change that. Maybe if
there's nothing to do. This game ends when somebody makes a mistake, or loses patience, or bots out.
Maybe.
No?
I think, yeah. No, I think so, but I also think that, there are players here. I think that if what we can... Like, and this is kind of what I've slowly tried to do and learn to do.
Marin runs out of cards. White is giving Marin cards.
Yeah. So if we can offer White an alternative, we can hopefully kind of,
Ooh.
not have Marin. So we need to card lock people, and that's where, voice chat comes in handy. But even in non-voice chat, you can definitely organize a card lock. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get White to work with me here. Go here. I'm going to signal to him that I want him to attack my stuff. We'll see how he feels about that. Okay, he gave me the thumbs up, so we may have Marin dry out a card soon. Hopefully, that's the hope.
Well, let's see if he sees it. You don't always assume that other people think like I do.
No, of course, yeah.
So, Winnipeg, is it super snowy this time of year?
It's pretty snowy, yeah. We've gone, with wind chill, we've gone downwards of -50 so far.
Oh, which isn't too cold.
See, but, that's where I find it funny, because obviously it's cold. I'm not out there in shorts and, a t-shirt.
Yeah.
But I'm even used to, taking, walks at, -30. So for me, it's, not as bad, I guess, in a sense, because I'm used to it, right? But I have, some of my coworkers even who aren't as used to it, who've, moved into Winnipeg, the last few years. And for them, it's pretty bad. They struggle with it.
Dude, I hit -50. It's fucking heartbreaking. I'll do the conversion for the U.S. audience. So I think -40 Celsius is the number that it matches Fahrenheit. -40. -50 Celsius in Fahrenheit. Is -58 Fahrenheit. So very, very fucking cold.
Yeah. That's basically the only way to put it.
And are you in school?
I am not, no.
So you're not going to post-secondary?
Not yet.
Okay,
I will probably...
You will, but not yet. I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm taking my time, just feeling out life as it is right now, if you get me.
I do.
So... Now comes an interesting question, is I'm going to have to give you and White both a card to maintain this card lock.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I can do that. I'm used to feeding a few different people at once.
Uh-huh.
Although usually it's in the setting of Prog's cap.
Yeah, I don't know. I still don't get it. I don't get what people like. I guess the appeal of Prog caps is you're just sitting around with your buddies shooting the shit for a while.
I mean, it's also... Oh, fuck me.
Yes?
No.
What happened?
No.
I'm
going to give him lots of thumb downs. I'm going to see if I can signal to him not to do that. Maybe then he sees what we see.
Stop giving Marin cards? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well.
I mean, maybe he's decided to ally with Marin in this game, and that's fine. If that's his prerogative. But I think if we want a chance of making this game end, players need to have the mindset that, we can't pull our punches. Someone has to fucking die. That's just the harsh reality of it all.
It is.
It's unfortunate, but that's how it is.
Ooh, Asylum's making moves here.
So is he trying to scare me off? No,
Right. He's locking me in.
He's trying to wall you in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I can deal with that.
You can? Okay. And yeah, I'll give you a card, don't worry. I don't really have anything else I need to do right now. I'm actually glad Asylum did that, not because it hurts you, but I'm glad because it walls him off from me again, which is what I really wanted, was that he doesn't have an opening.
Yeah.
So, that's always helpful. So can I ask you something now? So your account, right, for public games, you have almost 1,800 wins and only 660 losses.
Okay.
That's a pretty fucking good public record
Okay.
for someone who doesn't do 1v1s on this account.
Right.
Is that all just progressive FFA?
Yeah, with like, a few... No. Yeah, well, the sprinkles are just fuck around when I was new. This is my this is my very first account, so some of these games are just other games that I joined.
Okay, makes sense.
But the primary style of game in these ranked ones would be a 4-player progressive game with 2 bots. So it's 6p progressive, but 2 AIs is the typical mode.
Okay.
Because I like bots. But now, more recently, I've taken up Curls' challenge that he gave to himself of playing 6-player free-for-all progressive, unfiltered, and see how far, I can run with that. So I'm still undefeated in that series, but fingers crossed how long I stay undefeated.
That's very good to hear.
It is, dude. It's really fun, and it's also cool to see the significant improvement in like the year and a half since I've been sort of shooting video. And
so since you have 2 bonuses, by the way,
yes.
You're the one who gets hit the 3, not White, because
yeah, fair enough.
It's unreasonable for me to expect him
to do
that.
I accept your 3 hits.
Okay.
What a gentleman you are.
Yeah. That's the thing, is that I try my best to be friendly with people. And like these kind of games, like obviously you know me as a very aggro player. I can be very aggressive when I need to. But these tournament games have kind of taught me how to do very politicking, and it's subtle things like that. Like White is more likely to take my offer more seriously if he sees that the guy that, has more troops has to take the 3 hit between the 2 of them each time. If he's hitting 3s every turn, he's going to start being like, well, what the fuck? You get what I mean?
For sure. Maybe. But also, just...
yeah,
now Marin's out of cards. So as soon as he's out of cards, where does he go? I think he goes into Asylum.
I think he does, yeah. I think that's really his only option. And the only person, that he can do anything to. He may do it to me, because maybe he sees me as, oh no, he still has a take. Okay, great. I almost fucked up and didn't give White a take. But, what's it called? So, what's it called? Marin, I think, might also go into me, because he may see I'm ringleadering all this.
But how does he hit you?
Well, he goes through yellow and then just hits my big shit. Because, he's probably not... I don't take him as the guy to play a non-game.
Sure.
So he will just...
But why would he naturally assume that you're ringleadering this?
Because I'm the one giving 2 separate people cards, and I was also the one who signaled to the White 3-13 when it was lower. I signaled to him to attack me using the I'm going to attack you hit. Marin's not dumb. He understands like the little lingo like that.
Oh, please. No one would deign to suggest that reigning free-for-all champion Marin Brambat is dumb.
No, of course not. So,
this is where the game gets interesting, though. So Marin is now in a card lock.
Yep.
So let's see what he does to get out of it with 5 trade. This will determine whether or not this game progresses. Fuck, man, we're not even playing caps. And this shit happened, eh? Hilarious.
I mean, we did kind of do this to ourselves, but usually these settings go kind of quick.
Did we do this to
I think
ourselves? I didn't think this was going to happen at all.
Well, no, but I think if we didn't have blizzards, it'd be a lot better.
Ah, no, because the blizzards is what makes this map
Good?
Well, it's what makes the map's good on its own, but I think
No! He unlocked Marin.
Uh-huh.
Fuck. So Marin is out of a card lock.
Yeah, of course Asylum. Of course Asylum would do that shit.
Well, I don't have a match on 4, or else I would go to initiate another.
Uh-huh.
But I don't have that match, so...
What do you do?
Yeah, it's kind of like, he has 5 cards as well. I don't really want to piss in his food bowl right now. I think I will take that as an unfortunate outcome. That was unintentional for me to have experienced. And we shall just go from there. And Marin has the cards now. So maybe after Marin matches in, he'll be on 3 cards. Maybe then I try to card lock him. But I don't quite know what else to do. And I'm kind of surprised, because if Yellow maintained that card lock for even a few turns, he probably could have killed Marin. Although I don't know if it's worth it for him to, but that's a matter entirely on its own, you know?
Asylum loves this shit. You know Asylum plays prog caps all the time, so...
Oh yeah, he's totally into this. So, another thing I want to ask you about, actually, now that I'm thinking about it,
Sure.
is from, like, this is a weird question, but what was your favorite addition to the game they made in 2021?
The maps.
Which ones?
I like new map. Well, Spaceport Sigma is my new favorite map, so I can't say anything quite touches
Anything
that.
else would be kind of slander, yeah.
Yeah, but that said, I'm really enjoying Seagrogs. I'm really enjoying Overland, Trigons. I like Command Base C1X. I loved Atlantis. So there's been like a bunch of maps this year that I think of as really top, well designed, really fun risk maps. And you know, I do distinguish between any other form of cosmetic and the maps, right? The maps add a little function, a little spice to the game, so...
Yeah. I will say one thing that I really liked, and this is definitely... I'm very interested in game design, so this is definitely from a more game design perspective, but I think that this year they did a massive step up with the way the game looks. So, you know, like the colors, for example, they had that time where they had like a lot of them, and it was too confusing for a lot of people. I liked it, but I understand that it was too confusing for some. And people who like colorblind and stuff, it was a struggle, and that's understandable. So, what I kind of think, though, is they settled really well into the colors now. Like, there's a good mix of them, there's enough colors in the game that you can definitely have your color, in a sense, you know? I think that all fits together really nicely. Oh, I didn't give you a card. Well, I guess you're getting one off Marin for 1 turn. But I also really like as much as the cosmetics, I understand that they do take up dev time, and it sucks, because I really would like to see more game-changing content come out. But I have to admit, the shop looks very clean, the cosmetics are nice, you know. It's a massive improvement over what the game looked like before all of that.
Mm-hmm.
So even the newer maps, the new ones they made, like Trigon's Maze, Seagrogs, all that, they have nice designs to them. Like, the map looks good besides just the map itself. Like, the background art's really nice, you can tell what it is. And it definitely shows they've progressed from just, here's rooms in the layout, to here's an actual, like, living, breathing kind of battlefield you're on. You get what I'm saying?
Sure.
Is that just me? I mean, obviously,
I know how the game looks. I know how the game looked when I came into it, and frankly, I'll take function over form for a strategy game like this.
Well, of course,
not really interested in too much fanciness. Like, you want to take the camera animations off. You know, I won't shed a tear. I think giving me that kind of advantage over a newer player, having the animations on as a default, why have them at all? Now, I might be the minority. I don't know what people download this game and play. I don't know how SMG actually makes their money, but it blows my mind that we get 20, 30, I don't know how many dice skins this year, but we don't get a ranking system that has any relation.
Validation.
It has no relationship with reality as far as, you know, I stopped saying I'm a top 10 player on my show, right? I made top 10 so I could say it, and now I stopped saying it because it's fucking bullshit. Because whatever top 10 means, it means I have a lot of time to do the same settings over and over and over and over again and kill noobs that really... It's a thousand non-games now.
Yeah.
Right? To put me in, what is it, 6th place? Enough. Right? You can fix it in a number of ways. You can fix it by separating the 1v1 ladder and the free-for-all ladder. Make it so that 1v1s aren't playable for rank, or make it so that they're playable for their own thing. Ooh, something has changed. You can fix it by ending noob grinding. Right? Just don't give me stats. I don't need to see whether or not my opponent has a certain number of hours or a certain win to loss record. Just the absence of that information changes the entire way the ladder would play out over time. Because you know the top 10, maybe some of those guys are done and they're just going to sit there. But at some point you got to populate the leaderboard. And what I would actually like to see, like I could take or leave 1v1s. I don't give a shit. But what I would actually like to see is I would like to see the top 100 grandmasters be... I want to see the top 100 free-for-all grandmasters. I want to know who's out there that's really, really good.
Yeah. I agree with that.
That's what I want the ranking system to be. Now, is what I want a minority opinion? I don't think so. I think I have a fairly good connection with the pulse of the community. And it seems to me, you occupying that space is way better than White.
Yeah.
Now you're in control of the cards.
I think it had to be done too, because White was going to eventually be afraid of Marin hitting him. Yeah. So, okay, then I have to take that smack in the face, as you would say. Take it off yellow, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Hoping that eventually we can get a card lock going. Like, even yellow moved his thing, his stack. So, like, hopefully they're willing to chill behind me. You know, if they're just willing to trade cards there so we can get Marin dead, then that's great.
Is there a way to lock Zeronima? Because he actually has less troops than Marin.
I don't think there is, because I could lock him by moving my 250 over to the 35. But he can hit me if he really needs, or he'll just start trading a Marin and then neither of them are card locked. You get what I mean?
I do.
That's kind of the thing, is sometimes with card locks you have to kind of take the L on that one, and you can't card lock two people almost. Like, you almost never can do it, because the two people will just, you know.
Did Marin skip?
Marin skipped the card.
Skip? Okay.
Well, he couldn't do anything.
Card lock finally happened. Okay. Cool.
But now he moves his stuff in a way that will probably hit yellow, or yellow will just run away.
That's fine.
Because yellow doesn't want to lose that 170.
That one card is worth a third of 230.
It's not worth the 170, but I think yellow's going to lose the courage in a sense. He does not.
76. That card.
No, he does.
That card is worth 77 troops. That's progress.
But yellow opens him now. And if I keep card locking Marin, he probably will suicide into me. I can't be the only one. So, yellow needs to kind of like you know, show some balls here because this game's not going to end if he keeps doing that. But
yeah,
that's
but
fine.
the thing about Asylum is he's crazy.
Well, yeah, and I'm sure he loves the chaos that Marin will probably set forth. But it just makes our situation more difficult, realistically. Okay, I'm gonna do this. It might take. Pull this back, and hopefully, we can do something here. I'm even debating killing Asylum's 170, just so that there's no one giving cards to green anymore, you know?
Oh, like removing this position.
Yeah, so then that way eventually green runs out of territories.
And you're in.
And then
and
he'll
in
go
control
eventually.
of that.
Yeah, and then eventually he'll come up to you, and then if you trade of Asylum, we're good, but I think Asylum will be salty, so he may not go for that. We'll see.
See, I don't ever take it as Asylum being salty. I think Asylum is a very creative player, so I don't.
Well, no, I'm not
think
trying
he
to,
plays
like...
out of emotion. Maybe
No,
he
I'm not
does.
trying to insult him, though.
We could ask. No, and I didn't mean it that way. I just meant, I think I listened to Asylum on Twitch, so a little bit of his mind is shown there, and he does seem quite chill in the moment. Yeah, we're giving Marin cards, eh?
Well, there's not really any other option.
Sure.
Like, because Asylum doesn't want to help cardlock Marin. So it almost transitions into, well, now we have to cardlock Zeronima. Because if Marin's not going to get cardlocked, we have to cardlock fucking someone. But I also don't want to try and cardlock him and then break the alliance, and then now, you know, Marin just feeds him cards. So, see if I can get Marin to attack me. Or attack yellow, yeah?
Finley's like, I think fog is probably better for these settings because someone will fail a kill.
That's true, but there's also...
O'clock? Oh no, they're still chatting. Okay, so Asylum says this is going to be the whole video, huh?
Yeah, it's just going to be us strategizing and playing this.
Marin says, let's all designate a person for everyone to suicide into. We designate you, Marin.
Yeah, we designated you.
We designate you, sir.
Yeah, no, you were the guy.
That's funny.
That's really funny. He's the one that asked that because he's the one who's been trying to kill.
He says, okay. Oh, man.
I wonder if I hit Marin here. Not like suicidally, but just like smash him into 250. If anyone will fall
He says,
asleep.
I am the one who messed up the kill. Oh, he's going to commit seppuku. He deserves it.
Oh, okay.
It's all good. Oh, no. What's going to happen now?
I think he's just keeping himself alive. Man, this is painful. This is gonna be...
I say, bet you're glad you're not in this, Finn. Ooh.
Wow. Well, that's alright, though. I think this is... I mean, I'm enjoying the conversation. You having a good time?
I'm having a great time.
Yeah.
Oh, look at Zeronima taking some territory.
Okay.
Crafty. Does he hit his son?
I mean, I have
48?
cards if used, though, so I'm not in a bad position from that.
Oh, man.
So how excited are you for the upcoming FFA?
Very.
Yeah.
Very.
You won the one, or not one, but you came like second, was it?
I got second place in my first.
First
Whoa! Silence pumping troops. Silence pumping troops into Marin. Okay, so somebody else do it.
Okay.
I can play ball.
Well, if you help with that up there, that 105,
yeah,
I'll help with, you know, this stuff down here a bit.
Sure.
Okay. Oh, whoops. That would have been the wrong person. Throw 100 troops at that or so. Yeah, okay.
Ooh,
Alright.
that.
Get some pain in, I think.
Wish him a good game. No hard feelings.
Yeah.
We gotta end this somehow.
I'm glad we were able to, you know, come to that conclusion. He has 1 card too, so if we are efficient enough about this, he will die before he trades in to save himself. You know. You have the most troops, so I think some responsibility befalls you in helping with this a little bit more than the rest of us. Not to say we don't, but yeah. Like, you're 802 up there, you can throw some heat in his face, and I'll help as well.
Heat.
Well, if he splits here, then yeah, you can just kind of obliterate that. Unfortunately, my 323 is locked, but I can, you know, move it into position for the next turn.
Ah, we're seeing a big split. Tyler's like, how would a specific person's death cause long games? The implication is that Finley Pope 27 is so talented.
He would have swept us all without, you know, being killed.
That were he alive, he would have won already.
Oh, is he actually going to hit Marin harder? Oh.
Oh, we're pumping troops into white now.
Oh, so we're doing both of them.
That was a bad roll for Asylum, too.
So we're doing both of them now. That's interesting. Maybe it's because he's annoyed because white only lost like 60 troops hitting green. So it wasn't like he put much effort into it. You get what I'm saying?
I don't know. We can always ask. You can always ask Asylum if you're curious.
I'm always curious to what his thought process is on that. I love hearing reasoning for players' moves in the game. Okay. I kind of forgot that 465 could leave through that way, yeah.
Right.
That works. Okay.
Ooh, does Zeronima go for the cards now? It's close, right?
Yeah.
255,
but
he's
he
got
can't.
438, still not worth it. He
He
can.
would need to match in, though.
Oh, right. He would need a trade. He's got it.
Well, yeah, is it?
He's got a
trade. Yeah, he goes for it.
I think
Okay.
we're seeing that. Okay, so we're seeing Marin die.
I think that's productive. That is very good for us. And he goes net negative on this kill as well, which is nice for us all.
Well, that's his contribution to the team.
Yeah.
Marin says good
I think
game.
he kind of
Yeah,
gave
good.
a very nice one before. There we go.
I'm saying GG, bro. We appreciate your sacrifice.
So now who do we kill? Like, who's next? Oh, okay, so it's made... White's making the decision, it's yellow, and yellow's made the decision, it's white. So, now it is up to us to decide who we are supporting in these war efforts.
In what way?
Well, because yellow hit white, and white hit yellow, so one of them is going to die. Because there's no reason for us to suicide each other. That doesn't help the game progress any further.
Mm-hmm.
So now, yeah, now we have to choose our battle. Who are we helping here?
Asylum hits.
You get me?
Zeronima?
He's going to take out his continent. Okay, so Asylum wants to just kill Azeronima straight up.
Okay.
He wants to get him out of here.
Yeah. Yeah, good. He's card locked.
Yeah, and then he... Okay. So, the problem I'm facing is that my stack is in the middle of that fucking card lock. And I can't even, like, give him a card from the not hit me.
Mm-hmm.
So... What do I do? There's nothing really. I'll make this a 95 for funnies. Because, you know, if he's going to hit it, he's going to hit it either way. I don't think that scares him off. And I guess I will just take a card over here. Oh, yeah. I guess I can't actually move that anywhere. Okay. That's my play. I don't really have anything else to do in the moment. You could grab Center Continent coming soon. Or you're going to grab that one? Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to grab this one.
Okay. I wonder if yellow will let you, like Asylum will let you hold it or not.
Well, he can't hit me this turn.
Not this turn, no. Which I think was wise of you by not allowing the immediate clapback of sorts. So I wonder though, does he hit Asylum because they both want each other dead? Or do they hit me in hopes that I die next?
It's only 10 more troops to hit you, but I think he hits Asylum. Would be my guess.
Asylum and him have kind of been fighting the whole time. Yeah, it makes logical sense. That was his plan of action. So in that case, I'm glad I added the, you know, few extra troops. If it had any impact at all. Well, okay. So I think what I do here is Asylum's going to take that continent. No? Okay. Well...
Asylum says, you open me at your peril. Yeah, I like that.
So, what should I say here? Great. And then I'm just going to kind of back off into my corner again and just hang out. You're going to take center now?
I'm going to take cards in center.
Okay.
I'm in no rush.
Yeah, obviously the continents aren't nearly as important anymore. He breaks Asylum, that's expected. I think I would like to take Asylum's continent once he finishes the continent he's in currently. If he does finish that continent, that is to say.
Yeah. What do you think of Himeji Castle? Because I think Himeji reminds me a lot of Red Sands.
It's pretty good. I like it. Although I just find some of the territory connections a little bit weird. Is kind of my thought process there. Hey. Also.
Like weirder than this?
Well, no, weirder than this, but I don't know. They feel like odd. Like it feels like as if the map wasn't like, what's the word? Like, I have a word for it. I just can't quite think of that word. But you know, I think that the map was just designed weirdly. It fucks in my head when I play it a little bit because I don't kind of understand all the connections maybe as well as I could. Oh, I'm not actually going to get
this. Do that.
Well, I'm not going to get it unless maybe, but I don't think I get it. Oh, maybe. No, definitely not. Okay, well, it's probably good then that I don't get it. And yeah, I'm just gonna fuck off then a little bit. Because I was gonna try and take it, but put too little troops inside. Probably should have just sent the full stack, honestly, but whatever. I'm a little afraid of losing my 350 to Asylum bashing through, but
yeah,
we'll see. Yeah, I'm a little...
What, just to kill Geronimo, you'll be collateral damage?
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking here, is that just to kill him, I become a collat. But we'll see. See, does Asylum actually has Geronimo here in this game? It does not. He wants a card lock Geronimo still. Okay.
This is like a It's like a small snapshot of the lament of your 13-hour tournament game.
Yeah.
Do you remember the semifinals last season? You were playing
semifinals? I do remember those.
And the sets very on three. Vividly. I remember your commentary being so spicy. Right? You were
really?
You were just like, the sets on 3, man. I was living it vicariously through you.
I definitely was having a lot of And that's the thing, is that as much as I will moan and groan about these long-ass games, I do have a lot of fun playing them still, because it's still exciting, especially in a tournament setting, if you get what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, adrenaline's still kind of there, and as much as it gets to be a slog towards the end, it's still a fun experience, or fun enough, that I would do it again. So, I don't know, I find it very interesting. Okay, so he double suicides us?
How long did that
No.
game go for?
The semifinals?
Yeah.
I think it went...
It was Prague Caps and Arcanos in fog.
Yeah.
With blizzards?
Yes.
Yeah,
with
so
blizzards.
just like locked up.
Super tight. It was, I think, a 8.5 hour game, or maybe 9.5. It was a long game. It was definitely a very time-consuming match. And not to say that's a bad thing necessarily, it's just that that was the reality of it, is that it took a long time to fucking get anywhere. So, you know, there's that. I'm gonna keep fucking opening him. You know what? I don't really have an issue with that.
Yeah, because you wanted to hit Asylum.
Yeah, that's fine to me. I don't really... You know what? I don't care where those two toy soldiers clash with each other. I just care that they are. So yeah, now... No, you don't take?
Not yet. I need cards. Right?
I guess
I
that's
need
fair,
cards
yeah.
for as long as possible. Because I'm the guy that's going to end up holding the entire map.
And that's the weird thing, is that in Prague, you almost like... It's weird, because you have to hold just enough of the map that you're the dominant force, but not so much that you get, like, killed. Kind of like how in the... Do you remember in the very first, like, the tournament that I won?
Yeah.
A player... I can't fully remember his name, and I feel so bad. But he was the first player to die in the finals because he expanded too much, and he got killed.
Oh, his name was The Real Deal.
The Real Deal, there you go.
His name is The Real Deal, rather.
Yeah.
So I don't
So
know why
The Real...
why I would say past tense.
Yeah. That was very interesting to me to see that. I almost want to move my 1000 up.
Look at this guy with 1,000 stacks.
Tell me to attack white. Okay, you know what? I'll attack white. That's alright. What's this?
With fucking a 4.
I'll attack white.
You're
well, yeah,
hilarious.
yeah.
Don't piss off Asylum, man. I wouldn't piss him off if I were you.
No, I won't try to, but...
Yeah, but I think I can confidently say nobody's beating me now.
Yeah, I think you're in a pretty good spot. You're the most troops. You're just kind of the apex predator around here. There ain't really any other way that goes. Oh, that's fucking rude.
Ooh.
Well...
He says hit him, cowboy, or else I hit you.
Well, no, I think it's because he couldn't get a card, but that's still rude. That still hurts my feelings a bit. So, alright, I'll do a soft blitz of 100 troops. By the way, you're just enjoying this, huh? Because you don't have to do fucking anything.
I don't have to do fucking anything.
Yeah, no one's asking a shred of fucking gameplay from you.
No, I just get to win the game.
Yeah, you just get to
This is my privilege as the host of the show.
You don't have to put any fucking back into it.
I get to be.
But hey, at least this game's wrapping up, so you know we'll probably have time for like one more, maybe non-Red Sands. But...
We can play whatever you would like, my friend.
All right, sure.
I'm just gonna go pee quickly, so if you would play your turn slowly, I'd appreciate it.
All right, I will make sure to make my turn as quick as possible.
Maybe let the audience know about the cowboy from the cosmos. What's on your mind? Share some.
Okay, sure. Alright, also, while we're here, I just want you to know, Pete is pretty bad at the game, and, you know, you guys shouldn't actually respect him as a player. Haha, I can hear it in the distance. Fuck, you found me. But yeah, you know, Pete, pretty cool guy. You know, he's a bit of a boomer. He doesn't understand all the memes. He's not really hip and cool to the kids, but he does his best, and you gotta appreciate it. It's kind of like when your grandpa asks if you're playing on your Nintendos when you're playing like a PlayStation. You know, you respect the effort put forward. But nah, for real though. Oh wow, that's a big fucking hit. Okay, okay, buddy, you're making moves. All right, I respect it. Not enough moves to where I'm like, yes, let us kill this player. But pretty good moves. What do I do in this situation? Well, I have a very funny idea that's going to make Asylum probably upset. But since Pete probably wins anyway, I don't care as much. I'm here to have some fun. So we're going to let fucking White.
I'm a boomer? I'm a boomer, dude? Seriously? Oh my god. Oh my god. How could you, Cosmic Cowboy?
You left me alone with the mic for only a few moments, but I made a kill.
See, this is what people don't realize. I got my sneaky headphones on. You can talk as much shit as you like, but I'm listening.
Yeah, I could hear in your distance just a like the, oh, seriously. It was very funny.
I'm a boomer. Give me a break.
Yeah, you know.
I'm a millennial, all right?
What's up?
I said I'm a millennial, all right?
Fair. What are you like you're the age limit to how old you can be but still be millennial? Is that what you're bordering?
I don't think I'm the well. Let's check it out. What's the definition of millennial? What is a millennial? That's the generation I am apparently. We're millennial and Gen Z ends. Millennials, also known as Generation Y, are the demographic cohort following Generation X. Researchers and popular media use the early 1980s as the start, so I'm an 83. So I am a early millennial.
All right, makes sense.
There you are.
And I'm pretty sure I'm Gen Z. If you're born, I think if you're born after 2000, you are something like that. You can Google that if you want. I'm on my phone, so I can't quite do that at the moment. Did we lose a beat?
No, I'm here. I'm just thinking about my clever move.
Oh, okay. You're thinking about, how to put that grandpa brain to work.
Oh, you fucking asshole. What a dick. Grandpa brain.
I say it because I love you.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah.
You tease because you love.
Exactly.
Millennials have been described as the first global generation and the first generation that grew up in the internet age. That is definitely a thing. So when I was a kid, I got to experience my family getting a PC for the first time. I got to experience the internet for the first time. And then later on, I got to experience getting a cell phone for the first time. So could you imagine a world without those things?
See, I can. That's the weird thing, right? Is that for me, even in, earliest, levels of school, once kids were old enough to have cell phones, it wasn't quite as bad as today, where you're giving a kindergartner, a cell phone. But even, grades, 2 and up, everyone had cell phones at home. Everyone had tablets, I even had, this old tablet at my grandmother's, I remember. I'd play, Clash of Clans on all that. For anyone in the audience who would kind of remember those days. Also, okay, take the sacrifice to kill him. Good stuff.
Good game, dude.
Good game. Well played. I'm glad that me hitting his 160 or whatever it was incentivized to kill. So now how does this go?
Oh,
What's the tale we want to tell here?
I get another bonus.
Okay, but does Asylum want you to have that bonus? Now that's the question, right?
Well, then he's got to hit 300 troops.
Well, I don't know if that's necessarily bordering on unreasonable for him, but we'll see. Oh, he's gonna hit that, okay. Maybe he's a little more gung-ho than he needs to be, okay.
Or is he going to pump the equal amount into you? Or is he trying to equalize the game?
He's trying to equalize it. Keep himself in the match for a while. Alright, I respect it, I respect it. You know? I think that that is pretty savvy play on his end.
I'm being punished, huh? I'm being punished for taking out Zeronima.
Wait, I just realized something I could do here. One sec.
Yeah, I see what you're gonna do. You're gonna card lock me.
You need 6 there, but whatever. Ain't that big of a deal. Let's see, yellow doesn't even fear immediate retaliation either, so. You know. He fears it, but not yet. I wonder if Asylum will back down to you at all. He will, okay. Open access for you to play your game.
It's a good way to equalize, though. So.
I will say the board definitely became a lot more equalized this time. He forces me to hit you. Alright then, fair. I'll take that on the chin. Oh. Well, this is gonna make the game end for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, now it's just for who is the question to be proposed. Probably for me, but we'll see. Either way, I will enjoy making this game end. I don't really care how it goes about doing that. If he desires my death, then so be it.
I hope he does.
Yeah, I wish him luck.
I hope he does.
Alright. Think he does?
No, he doesn't! He doesn't! He's gonna sit there and let us kill each other! Nice.
So now he has reversed it, and now we might have you card locked. Okay. So you're having none of it. You are having none of it. Alright then, good game. Well played, Mr. Pete.
Meh.
You're not happy about how that ended? Oh, he's not even gonna kill you.
I don't
that's
care.
Unfortunate.
I don't care. Like, it epitomizes the conversation we had. It's a failure of the settings.
Yeah, I do agree there's a bit of, like, you know, blame to be shared on the players. But it is, yeah, he can't kill you. I knew it. I saw that. So, he can't even make a comeback. There's no way. It's over. Sorry, pal. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna go through.
Sorry, pal!
Oh, yeah. It's like, sorry, dude. You know what, Pete? I shall be kind to you
Yeah.
because
Kill me.
you know
kill
you're
me
to
last?
host this fine show. You know, I'll kill you last.
Okay. That's good. That's a good thing.
Fuck you, Asylum.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, without you hitting him, this game wouldn't have been mine to win anyway, so it doesn't matter too much to me at the end of the day. But yeah, what else would you like to do? What would you like to see as the next settings we play?
You
You decide now.
Open.
Yeah.
I'll pick something good.
Alright then.
Yeah, good game.
And there we go.
So, if I played... Not global domination. How about this?
I'm very interested to see what your settings are. Atlantis.
Atlantis with blizzards.
Ooh, I like that. Although, that's kind of like... That's almost the reverse of what that last game was, is that there's not enough space in that for people to, like, stall it out forever, I don't think. You get what I mean? I think Atlantis...
Man, never say never, right? Like, we're gonna...
Well, of course.
That fucking Red Sands game just lasted an hour and a half, so...
Okay. How much longer you got in you?
Oh, I got lots of time, don't worry.
That's perfect then.
Alright, so Tyler's gonna play. Lovely.
Tyler and WJ.
Doobie J is gonna play.
Respect it.
Yeah.
Finley's back to
Family
redeem
Pope
himself.
27. Got one spot.
I respect him, one mobile player to another. I tip my hat to you, one legend to another. Anyone knows what that's from, then you are lucky to have seen that movie.
You get a quick refill. Tell me, what movie?
It's the movie Rango. Have you ever seen it?
Rango, no. Tell me about it.
Okay, so it's basically like the movie's hard to explain. It's a really good movie. I think that you might like it. It's a modern movie, but designed in the theme of, like, you know, old westerns? Like old western movies, like Clint Eastwood and all that. You ever watch those? I guess not.
Yes, Cowboy.
Oh, you're gone.
I went to get a drink. Oh, JK's gonna play. Woo! All right.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Yes, westerns.
So yeah, it's about that, but it's it plays on the tropes in, like, a joking kind of way, like an almost.
So it's a comedy western.
Yeah, and it's a good movie. I like it a lot. It's like, it's interesting because it's an animated movie, but all the characters are animated in, like, a really, like, gritty, almost like it's not, like, realistic, obviously, because animation hasn't quite reached that point even now today, but it's very, like, gritty. Like, they're not, like, necessarily the nicest characters to look at because they all kind of have something wrong with them, in a sense. You get what I mean?
Okay.
It's definitely a very shady kind of, like, western vibe, and I love that.
Sure.
The main character in the movie is great because he's, like, it's revealed from the beginning, so it's not a spoiler at all, but he's, like, an actor of sorts in his own head. He, like, acts like as if he's an actor, so he's going through the whole movie kind of faking his way through things. It's a really good movie. I like it. It's very fun.
I will check it out. Are you a fan of westerns in general?
I haven't seen as many as I would like to be honest. I'm someone who I really struggle to watch, like, older movies and even, like, older video games. I can, like, respect them for what they were, but I'm like, yeah, but we have it so much better now. And unfortunately, there's not a lot of modern westerns. You know, you get what I mean? The genre kind of died out pretty hard.
Yeah, it was like biggest in the 50s or something. So it's
Yeah.
kind of been slowly. But there were still some good ones. Okay. Have you ever seen the show Deadwood? Which is probably
I
now
have
like
not.
10 years, 15 years old, something like that. Deadwood's really good. So that would be like a modern Western. But it's more
Okay, I'd want to check that out
more
then.
of a series. And then they came out with a movie. I haven't seen it yet. They came out with a Deadwood movie as well. But
Sounds pretty awesome.
I haven't. The show was great. Hey, Cowboy, you want to be friends?
Yeah, we can be friends. Oh, we put alliances on.
I put alliances on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's be friends of everyone then. I'm a very friendly guy.
Everybody friends.
Yeah.
Oh
So
my God.
you must be loving that, huh?
I mean, it's an okay start.
An okay start, yeah.
It's an okay start.
Yeah, that's a word for it for sure. Let me think here. These blizzards are a bitch.
So, next question I would like to, or next direction of conversation I would like to take. Let's talk about your YouTube.
Okay.
So, you took a little break, but I see you back at it now, posting very regularly.
Yeah.
So why the break, and then why the recent return?
Okay, so the break was mostly due to a little bit of burnout, and that was because while I haven't been I didn't even upload necessarily daily like you do, I was playing a lot of games every single day for like 4 months straight. Like prep for the tournament, almost the entire month beforehand, every day I at least got like 5 good games in. And even after the tournament, I was constantly doing more games to improve. And I guess that's kind of where the reason I got improved so quickly was because I just kind of speed ran it by brute forcing my way through so many matches, if that makes sense.
Sure.
So because of that, what ended up happening was I got very burnt out, and it wasn't becoming as enjoyable to make videos because I wasn't as enjoyable to play the game. You get what I mean? So it wasn't that the video process was unenjoyable.
So I kind of get what you mean, but I kind of don't. And this is something I always love to dig into when guests bring it up, is what does burnout mean to you?
So for me, it's like really, burnout can be pretty bad because I have like ADHD and stuff like that, and like neurodivergent traits in a sense. So I can have a lot of issues with playing the same thing over and over. Like I can't play one game all the time or else I get burnt out. No matter how much fun I have with the game, I will just burn myself out because I hyperfixate on that game for a small while, like I did with Risk, where I was playing it non-stop. And because of that hyperfixation, it turns to a point where I've played the game so much that my brain's just like, nope, we're done. And I can't, like, no matter, even if I'm having fun while playing it, it becomes a struggle almost turn the game on. Because my brain's just like, nope, we're clocked out. We've done enough of this song and dance.
Wait a minute.
And speaking of song and dance...
Wait a minute. You want Temple?
Yeah, because I wasn't
giving... Get the fuck out of here.
No. Okay, hear me out. So I wanted Temple City.
Yeah.
But 3 separate people told me to go fuck myself.
Right.
So I want Temple.
I see that.
And the alternative to me not having Temple is that you may have your continent, but you're going to fight for it.
I see what you're saying.
Yes, I don't want to be enemies. I want to be friends, but at the same time, I will do what is needed for the sake of survival.
I hear what you're saying. Don't like it. Definitely don't like it.
You hear it. That's good.
I hear it. See, the thing is, it's 7 troops, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing.
But I'm not going to be able to throw that all into you because you're still ahead, and it's progressive cards, so, you know.
Yeah, but we saw what happened.
Okay, well, this is true, but at the same time, if you move your 5 back one territory...
I hear you, Cosmic Cowboy. I'm just not so sure I like what I'm hearing.
Okay, but I'm not, you know, a cruel man.
You're not asking, you're telling.
Yes. This is a formal request for you to fuck off.
I see
so, we'll go here.
I see that. See, the thing is,
Can
though,
I
it's
fucking type
it's 7 troops, though, right? It's like
Okay, it is 7 troops. You're right.
It's like 7 troops,
You're
man.
absolutely
It's a lot
correct. It is
it's a
7.
lot of troops.
But other people are going to be getting continents. Do you really want to be fighting for yours when they're not for theirs?
But like, it's like the best continent, man.
Okay, but at the same time, I don't really have a choice, right?
No,
Like,
right? You didn't have a
I
choice to do
kind of
that. That was your
no.
no. You're always going to be making that move.
Well, no, but I could have. I wanted to go Temple City, but literally the black player has stack there. Orange moved their stack into there,
He did.
and blue moved his 5 into there. So there was no way I was taking it. It's just that's not happening.
It's not happening.
Yeah, that's not the reality destined for me. But we can work together.
Yeah.
You know.
What are we gonna do together?
And well, we can start dominating this board because if I have this position, I am now a central force, and I'm protecting one of your ends too. You get what I'm saying?
I do.
Like now, you aren't going to get hit by that 6.
But that didn't work out so well for me last game. I lost the last game.
Okay, but you only lost last game because you suicided into because you suicided into Asylum.
No, that doesn't. I don't believe that's why.
No.
No.
No. Okay.
I believe that you were very clever. You outplayed me.
Well, I appreciate the praise in that
Right.
regard. You know,
Because
I cannot
you're
deny
not
my-
a boomer and your brain works.
Yeah, exactly. I have, you know, my young Zoomer intelligence holding me strong. Okay, well, we're just gonna do that.
So you're the
See,
man who
like-
actually taught me the term neurodivergent. I never heard it before.
No?
Would you define that for our boomer audience?
Okay, so neurodivergency is so there's two kind of like main what's the word for it? Like, I'm trying to think. Okay, so I can make analogies because I'm pretty good at that, but I'm not very good at explaining things directly. So you know how you can have 2 computers and they can have 2 different operating systems. You can kind of think of like that for neurodivergency and something called being neurotypical. Most people are neurotypical. That's like, you know, most average people. Neurodivergency is traits like ADHD, autism, things like that, like Asperger's, that kind of stuff. And it's where like your brain's wired in a different way in a sense. So obviously you usually have more like quirks to you, more little things that like triggers that can affect you. For me, for example, there's certain kinds of clothes I cannot wear. Like I just it's not that I'm allergic to them. It's just it feels wrong to wear, and it's not like the clothing's uncomfortable. It's just a material. I can't stand it. It does not matter how the clothing's shaped. It doesn't matter what you do with it. The material just sets me off. I can't.
What material?
I don't even know what it's called because I've never taken the time to learn it. I can tell by feeling it, but it's like a how would I describe it? You know, like I don't know if you ever had those shirts that they're like supposed to be like sweat resistant or whatever, and they're very like smooth almost. Like it feels like not like silk necessarily, but kind of. Do you get what I'm going with that?
Okay.
Or no?
Not really, but
One sec. What's up, bud?
oh yeah.
Sorry about that. Little brother came in. But like those kind of like I can't describe it properly, but it's mostly used in like sports shirts, like something you're supposed to work out in. It's very like soft material, but like smooth.
And you hate it.
Yeah, I can't stand it. It just no, I cannot wear it. I also hate like wool, like anything with kind of like because you know how wool has like the little hairs on it almost.
Yep.
Yeah, that I can't do. No, absolutely not. I can have issues with like sound, so it doesn't matter how loud the sound is, but it matters how many different sources. If there's more than 3 sources around me, like at a party for example, I can kind of like get very emotional from it. It's not good. I don't feel very good at that.
Like emotional, like angry?
It depends. It depends on the context completely, but it's not like angry necessarily. It's more like worried, like panicky for like no real reason. It's
Okay.
just I don't like it. It sets me off, and it definitely causes me to kind of, you know, the longer I'm there, the worse it can get too. So usually, if I'm experiencing that, I'll just leave the room and I'm fine. But if I'm sitting there for like 10 minutes in this environment, it will start to show. So I try and avoid that kind of stuff. But that's kind of what I mean by like the kind of quirks of neurodivergency. Because obviously everyone has things they dislike or do like, but it's where certain things in your brain just kind of say no to some things. You just can't do it, no matter how hard you try.
It's funny
Like
you say
food
that.
texture is another one.
It's funny you say that because I've always had a thing about reggae. Like people love
Reggae?
reggae. Yeah, it's like such a happy music to a lot of people, but I hate it, and it makes me angry. I've always wondered, like,
It could be like the
people
way
really
that
seem
it's
to
composed.
enjoy that, but like it's just not my flavor.
Yeah. And it could be very well like the way it's composed in a sense is something like it's a kind of sound within it that's like a common beat to music. Because, like different kinds of music have very common like rhythms to them in a sense.
Okay.
Like riffs, that's the word I'm looking for. Like kind of staples of that genre that you'll hear time and time again. Like rock has, it's like guitars and stuff, and heavy metal has some more like electric guitars. So, and that's like a consistent vibe within it. It could be something like that that's affecting you. I don't know because that's kind of a question that you have to ask yourself.
Sure.
But yeah, that's kind of the way you can think about it. And obviously, there's other things that come packaged in with both neurodivergency and neurotypicality, but that's the best explanation I can really give. I don't know. Why have you been doing like looking into that ever since I mentioned it?
Well, I mean, I've always had an experience where I have had a very difficult time communicating ideas that I always took for granted and found very simple. Like, I would talk to people in casual conversation, and I would always find that I would get like a blank stare from them. So that led me down a rabbit hole where I concluded that I'm probably learning disabled in some way, but it's difficult to articulate how so.
Have you ever done like obviously it's not the most accurate way to ever know, but you can even like go get tested by like psychologists and stuff. But have you ever done like those online tests that can just kind of give you like it's not a concrete you have this, but it lets you kind of gauge it if over multiple of them you're having the same kind of results. You get what I mean?
Well,
Where you could do like a
the
test for like autism or something.
the thing
Not to
I
say,
tested
but
myself for was I took a personality test that kind of led me to the realization that I have a very strong preference for orderliness. So
okay.
I don't know if you know about Big Five. Have you heard of the acronym OCEAN?
I I believe I have, but if you asked me to tell you what it
We'll
meant,
go over it. So
I wouldn't be able to say.
like Myers Briggs is the um, like pseudoscientific, similar to something like astrology, where they measure people's personalities on four axes, right? So
Yeah.
Myers Briggs gives you 16 options.
Mm-hmm.
Big Five measures on five axes, and it is generally considered to be more scientifically valid. So the way you measure personality, according to this, is openness, conscientiousness, extroversion, agreeableness, and neuroticism. So,
Okay.
openness measures creativity and intellect. Conscientiousness measures orderliness and industriousness. Um, the E is extroversion, measures positive emotion. A is agreeableness, measures your interpersonal dimension, how well you get along with others, how much you care to bend to other people versus how much you stick up for yourself. So, are you assertive? And then neuroticism measures negative emotion. And it turns out that we often casually like to think of positive and negative emotion as a spectrum. Like you're either happy or you're sad. But
Yeah, but it's a lot wider
the
than
way
that.
it actually manifests is they are positive emotion and negative emotion are two different spectrums that are not linked. So like you could be simultaneously very happy and very sad,
Yeah.
which is not the way most people casually like to think about emotion. But the big epiphany I had was the realization that I always knew I was an outlier in terms of personality. I just couldn't figure out which way. And it turns out that I'm 99th percentile orderliness. So it's not like OCD, it's not a D, but as far as I have a very strong preference for order.
All right.
Right? I'm sensitive to disorder. And go figure, something like this game would really appeal to me, right? You're taking a chaotic system like a random start, and you're uniting the board under your color. So something like the game of Risk would just I would find naturally very satisfying. And then,
that's good to note.
Yeah, and then the other things I find, so I'm fairly low agreeableness, but I tend to select friends on being lower. So I like disagreeable people because I don't want yes men. I want people to tell me when I'm wrong. And okay. I am also very high openness. So a high conscientiousness person and a high openness person is rare because I end up being very liberal and very conservative simultaneously.
Okay.
So like openness is the liberal dimension and conscientiousness is the conservative dimension. So like it's really good for an entrepreneur to have both because I have to both create something that didn't exist and then manage it and make sure that it continues to exist and make money, right?
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah. So that is the little spiel I have on Big Five, and I'd be happy to link you to some of those tests because I found that to be enlightening, learning about yourself in a somewhat objective way.
I think that'd be very interesting. Yeah, I'd be definitely down to check that out.
But as far as like ADHD or anything like that, I don't know, man. Maybe if I was tested for it as a kid, like my parents wouldn't have told me. So
yeah, and that's definitely something where it's different for every person too. So like my experiences wouldn't be necessarily the same as yours. Usually I find if a lot of people that like, you know, have like autism or something of that sort, I can relate to some of their experiences, but we all have our own different like triggers, different things that, you know, we don't like, different disabilities in certain regards. And so with that, it's kind of, I can understand and relate to someone similar to me, but I won't experience the same thing. So I can't tell you, you will experience this if you have it. You know, it's something you have to find on your own because everything that happens obviously is your story, not mine. So it's going to be different.
Yeah. And we are incredibly complicated.
Yeah, humans are not so simple as a test result or anything of that sort, you know? As much as, like, and this is where I obviously believe in, like, psychology analysis and stuff like that. Like, I believe in that science. But at the same time, you do have to, like, admit, we don't understand fully how the brain works. We don't have, like, any fucking idea where our conscience comes from or anything like that. You get what I mean?
I do.
Like, we don't understand that stuff. So no matter how great your test is, no matter how much you boast about how accurate it is, there's no way for you to accurately have a system that is foolproof for everyone. It's just not possible. Humans are too complex of creatures that if we don't know what makes us tick, there's absolutely no way you can tell me, because I've had this, and this happen, this is exactly who I am. You know? It's just, it's more of a guideline. I view those kind of tests as a general, like, food for thought, rather than an actual, this is the person you are, and this is, you know,
everything. Oh, I see what you're saying. Like, as far as, like, a diagnosis, yeah. It's very, particularly a psychological diagnosis, it's very nebulous how far one should take any given psychological diagnosis, because the science is so new and complicated, and because the mind is so plastic that you can take that diagnosis and all of a sudden incorporate it into your identity.
What are you thinking on now?
I think this game doesn't end either.
I think it does. I think someone kills each other pretty soon. I think that there's definitely the
You think
ability
the
to
tension is building?
I think so. I
Who
think
dies?
as well that it will be worth it. Well, I can't say because that would
Because
spoil
you're
my
gonna be the
plans.
man to do it, huh? All right,
Yeah.
all right, Cosmic Cowboy.
So someone will fucking die, hopefully, but you know, it's not set in stone yet as to how. But yeah, one thing that does suck is me being at the end of the line in the turn order.
Why?
Makes it quite difficult to land a justifiable kill. Because as much as I'm not really fearing my own death, I am certainly in a position where, you know, if someone doesn't match up 4, they probably get killed before they come around to me, realistically. So, that is a bit of a frustration weighing on my mind. But maybe you can kill someone. You know, that's up to
Maybe.
you to figure out if you can pull that off.
Yeah, well.
You think not?
Well, I mean, sets are almost worth it. Everyone's pretty well blocked from me, though.
I'm curious what everyone else has lined up for their kill. It doesn't match. Okay, so people aren't in fear of matching. Or in fear of dying. But I think maybe Black dies here because of his non-match.
Yeah, Finley is well lined up to kill him.
Yeah. Although, how does he get that 15?
Not
Does he
sure.
just go through... Because he has to go through a lot to do it. I don't know if he has to... He has to math it out. Yeah, okay, he goes through me then. Okay.
It goes through a lot of you.
Yeah, he has to... Well, he goes through the 15, but he also goes through the 12, so...
Okay.
Doesn't go through as much as he could, but he definitely goes through a lot of me. Trying to kill someone else already? No, he's trying to stay alive. Okay. I respect that.
Alright. Does Doobie J set in?
He does not. Okay. So does he die to Finley then? So I think Finley's in a pretty good line to take him out, eh?
I have a plan. I have a plan to kill Tyler. Let's see. Let's see if he matches.
If not, then you might be able to kill. Or if he does, you could probably still match in and kill Doobie.
No
He
set.
doesn't.
I think I kill Tyler if I'm crafty.
Good shit. Get him.
I will try.
Yeah, I think you got him actually. I'm pretty sure you
I
got him
think so
locked down.
too. Yeah.
Well, fuck me. Another stack gone. Oh wow, okay. You're really just gonna power through people. I think you could have killed his other stack in a little... What's the word?
More efficient way?
Yeah, I think you could have got in with the 16 and went for the blue 16, rather than take your 90 for like 220 stacks. But that works for sure. You match in though, you're very, very strong.
Yeah, can I get the old Doobster? No.
No, he's looking pretty good against you, but He's looking quite strong against Mr. You might need to protect, actually, Doobie. Prevent him from getting killed.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we give the game to Finley. So if you put stuff, like, by that 5, and I have to probably protect him too, honestly. So if Finley wins, I don't think I have the juice to kill him myself. Oh, shit.
Finley says revenge.
You trying to kill Finley? No, you're protecting. Okay. Well, what if I told you that I don't have a set?
Ooh.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Nope. So, what I do is play for survival.
Right.
And I stack myself into the hardest possible position to kill. And just hope it works out.
Looks like Finn's killing you.
Yes.
Yeah, looks like Finn's killing you.
Can he get it? 94, yeah, he probably gets it. Shit. Well, no set. I tried my best, didn't have many options.
Then he kills
really.
Doobie, gets another 5 cards. This game is over! This game is over! Alright.
Well, see, it was a pretty quick one. Wasn't that bad.
Oh, yeah. No complaints. I'm just in that, in that hole, that risk hole where you're just like, oh my god, the fucking, right? Take a card,
that's
pass,
one
take a
thing
card,
that
pass.
As much as I love, what's it called, like, progressive, I will say one thing that kind of sucks about these situations is it's like, it doesn't matter what you do anymore. The game's already decided, and you haven't got a chance to make a turn to change that, you know?
Well, you had however many turns already to set it up. This is round 12, right?
Well, yeah, I get that, but I mean, as in, like, now that this has happened, there's nothing you can do. You're just forced to die this turn. You might get a turn out of it, but the turn won't mean anything, so it doesn't matter.
Well, it depends on how close I am to Finley Pope 27. What's he putting in, 80? He's going to be ahead of me on troops.
2 matches, yeah.
Oh, he's 2 matches. Oofa!
Yeah,
he's got 2 matches. Woo! And he's fucking fast. Let's see the legendary speed.
See, but even then, like, look at that, like, speed cap, because, like, obviously...
he used to be so much faster.
It's so sad.
It's upsetting.
Yeah, it's disheartening to see.
This is bullshit.
Like, yeah, he's not even going to be able to complete the kill. Before, he would have done that easy in his sleep. And it wasn't because he took too long setting up. He took, like, 3 seconds to place troops. You have a set?
Sure do.
You do.
Let's see if he can, yeah,
maybe you can sweep the board in 1 turn, if you're smart about it.
But I'm not, Cowboy. I'm a boomer. My brain doesn't work.
Oh, well. You know, that's an issue.
It is! It's a major issue!
Yeah. Get a good roll here, you might be able to save it, but I don't think so. I think it's pretty over. Maybe leave us 50, I don't know. You have, like, the speed advantage, which that's another thing, is, like, because of the speed nerf, right? Now mobile's, like, just fucked. Even Legendary Finley can't do much. You struggled to take half the board, and you just took the full thing. And it's not a diss on him again. You get what I mean? It's just...
no, nobody took that.
That's the state of the game. Yeah.
Nobody took that way. You got a set, bud?
He probably does. No. Well, then I guess he's just pounding in you. 50 territories, 52.
Yeah, this is nuts. This is really slow for mobile. I don't know. They gotta fix it, man. At least he's not gonna open up my 20.
I feel like I get that it was to solve the disappearing troops bug, but I have a feeling like that in the year they've spent, they could have totally found a way to make both things a reality where it's not disappearing troop bugged, but you also can move fast. I refuse to believe that there's just that the engine is not powerful enough that it can't handle you moving that quick. Because if it couldn't, every time you move that fast, there'd be a disappearing troop bug. You get what I mean?
I think he still got me.
Yeah, he probably gets you this game, because he'll have a match on 4.
He still got me.
And your 20's locked. Ain't much you can do.
Cool.
I'll break a few things, though.
Yeah.
Maybe all if you get good rolls. No. Close but no cigar.
Nope. No dice.
No, he matches in. Or is he crying because he doesn't have the set? Do you have a sound 3?
Nope.
No?
The saga continues.
Well...
No, he hits
I
my
think
stack.
there's-
Yeah, he hits my stack.
Yeah.
That's what you do in this case.
There's no reason to not do it, yeah.
He's not hitting the stack.
he's
He's taking
not.
the rest of the
Wow.
board. Okay. I think I can break every bonus.
If you're able to just do enough that you can prevent him from killing you, then you're good. But he's not that slow, so...
No, and he'll have
I
a
think
set
he's
on
fine.
5, guaranteed, so I die.
Well, it's not the set that's necessarily the issue, it's just the distance that you have to go to prevent him from killing you, but... I don't really see a way you can travel
Oh,
that.
of course I'm still on manual. Yeah, good work.
Good game. That was a fun one. I liked the settings a lot, actually. It
Dude,
was pretty
I
good.
love Atlantis, man. I love this fucking map.
Wasn't this one of the newer maps they brought out this year, too?
This came
is
out, yeah, towards the beginning of the year.
Yeah. This one's pretty good. Yeah, they made a lot of really good maps this year, I think. That's something I'll give them a lot of credit for. Map design? Did good shit.
Alright,
So then.
I want to play... You said you wanted to play a fixed game, yes?
Sure, we can do like Fixed Classic or something if you want to go somewhat quick.
I was thinking... Fixed Troy.
Ooh, I like that.
Yes?
Yeah,
Cool.
I think that goes well. Troy, I actually really like that map because I like the way it's designed where it's more of a long map, but there's still like smaller continents to grab along the way. It's, in my opinion, like a better Turkey, because I think the problem Turkey has is that there's only one continent that's even like feasible, and the rest are like super good neighbor theory continents. You get what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, you kind of have to hold them based on faith.
Yeah, and I think that this map kind of fixes that problem by just sprinkling more continents in at the cost of them being weaker, which I think is exactly how it should be handled.
I'm telling Finley we were complaining about the speed.
Why was he complaining about it? Was he saying that it's bad?
He's saying I haven't been in a mobile endgame in a long time.
Yeah. It's absolutely tragic, though, that it's just that slow.
Absolutely tragic.
Yeah.
Okay, so the last main topic of conversation I had to bring up is the promo for the Risk Discord tournament, because this is coming out on the 12th of January. So we are in the middle of the week where signups for the free-for-all tournament are open. So I would just like to suggest to the audience, if you're on the fence about coming and playing with us in the tournament, I had a great time the first tournament I played, so much so that I was EH for the next couple and become, staff on the Discord. Cowboy placing first place in the first tournament he ever competed in, and then making the finals back-to-back. Come on down.
I would definitely advocate. Yeah,
Compete,
it's
yeah.
a good time. People should totally come along. I think that the tournaments would benefit from having more players as well. Like, even if you don't think you're good enough, I didn't, and then I won a tournament. So, like, you're probably going to be alright. At the end of the day, if you're doing some practice, you don't have to be super intense about it. You just kind of learn the settings. You'll have a good time, and even if you don't win, you don't need to, Just come out and have fun.
Yeah, that's a funny one I've noticed a lot of people saying. So the idea that, I'm not going to do very well, I don't know, that's bullshit. Don't look at it as I'm competing in this tournament to win. Look at it as I'm curious to see how good I am, and I'm going to play against some really great players, and I'm going to have a lot of fun. And that's my pitch to you, the audience, who are catching the show when it is new. Signups are open this week. Come on down. Chris is going to play? Okay, cool. Everybody ready up? Pew.
Actually,
Yes.
to kind of think on the I'm not gonna do well, to kind of like attack that mentality almost, is that there are like really good players, like even Pete here, you know? He's been like shafted in some of the earlier rounds of like the last 2 tournaments now. Pete's a phenomenal player.
Shafted.
He
I haven't been
totally
shafted. I lost. I lost fair and square. It happens, man. It's risk, you know?
Well, yeah, but like, you know, even like that's I think that there's definitely something to be said about the fact that it's not a hard gauge of your skill. It is not a you are this good, blank, end of story, done
Right.
deal kind of thing.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
There's a lot of variance.
And there's a ton of variance in the game, and to think of it that way is not the right way to think about it, in my humble opinion. Right? It's a game. You gotta have fun. The whole point of the fucking game is to have fun. Right? Right.
Speaking of having fun, I'm trying to have fun picking where the fuck to start.
It looks like you're picking there, which I think is a very risky continent to go for.
I think I'm going up top. I think
I'm up top. I'm in the top left by the by. So if you're next to me, that's fine. We can be neighbors.
Yeah, we can.
You know,
Cool.
every fucking game this time around we've been neighbors, but all right,
Yeah,
can work out. Yeah.
I think Jagos was happy because I didn't fucking
because
push it up top.
he gets the big Troja continent up there.
I saw, yeah, I could tell Orange was going to go for that. I wanted to go for those continents, but I could tell at the end of the day that was Orange's food. And there was not much I was doing.
Well, so having those two two continents on turn 1 gets you +5.
I think we need to stop that.
Yeah, you stop.
I think that's...
I'm busy getting my own bonus here. What am I getting? 4 troops?
Yeah. You need 1 there at most. Yeah, put the rest on your 4. You should be good.
We're trying. Ooh, 5
Oh, wow.
What's 5v2? 5v2 is 93%.
You got it. You're fine.
Alright. I'm alright. Let's just make sure we're nice and secure. What's my bonus? 4?
What's mine? Probably 3. No, 4.
You got
Okay.
4 too. See, this is what I love about Troy as far as Troy fixed, because the bonuses are decent and small. So you get a bunch of value to be had everywhere on this board.
I like how there's also, like, the bonuses almost wrap around the board, and then there's, like, the kind of more unattainable ones in the center. But there's a lot of, like, the little ones that are just kind of, like, what would I call them even? Almost like fodder continents, like the +2s and all that, right?
Yeah.
And then there's, like, the more decent-sized, like, very edge continents. I find that interesting. I'll see how White's taking
Doobie
that.
gets the teeny-weeny one. Okay.
Yeah, I kind of expect that.
Okay.
He got out of my continent, which is very helpful.
Indeed.
So I need you to fucking break him. There's really no...
What? What are you worried
No,
about?
not you. No, not you. I'm talking to Jigozo. He absolutely needs to break Orange. There's really no question about that.
That doesn't make any sense.
What do you mean it doesn't make any sense? If he doesn't, then Orange just wins.
Oh, so that's how you do it? By hitting by 2?
Well, okay, I planned to hit the 2 to get out of Jagozo's continent because he wanted that. But then, you know, I just accidentally obliterated my own army in exchange.
Tragic. Cosmic Cowboy. How could you?
I mean, I'm sure he's happy about that, but now he is Troja, so... I guess that's Orange's problem, is now that Orange has to try and contain Troja, eh?
No,
wonder if he'll try.
Or
if
he can expand and take a 3rd fucking bonus. I love it. So now what we do is we remove JK from the rest of the map so that he can only go through Tyler. That is some sneaky shit.
That's, I think, exactly how we play this, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see, I think he'll break him willingly, though. I think he breaks Tyler as well.
You called it!
Yeah.
You called it.
I knew it, yeah.
I was wrong.
Okay.
Okay.
So I asked him, and he gave thumbs up. He said he would do it.
All right. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Using the alliances to your benefit.
Yeah, and now he breaks
Tyler
2 of them.
says,
Yeah, that was
"Oops."
very important.
Yeah. Yeah, well, now Tyler's in trouble. That sucks. Couldn't have happened.
But that's good.
Couldn't have happened to a nicer guy.
Yeah.
Tyler is also one of my very favorite people in the Risk community. So
Well, Tyler's super cool.
he's hilarious. He's just a funny fucking.
So
dude.
you're preventing Black from expanding.
No,
Okay.
I'm not.
No?
I'm helping Black. But I want. But the price is. I want that.
I see.
Right?
Well,
You see what I get? What I get out of that is I get a second bonus, assuming he moves through me.
see, now what I have to say to that is I don't really want black gain that bonus, though, because then I don't have anywhere to, like, go to next. So it's coming a situation where I might need to just break black.
I can't.
You get me?
I can't stop you from doing what you gotta do. Do what you think is right, my friend.
I don't know, because it's like I don't want him just growing
I
there.
also love the non-confrontational hold too with the 6.
Yeah.
Okay, Doobie's going to be next to me. Can you pull your 4 out?
I want to, yeah. If you give me a
Okay.
turn, I will get it out of there.
Sure.
That is
well,
the
this
goal.
is your turn.
Well, no, but I'd have to go through you to pull it out. Move your 3, and I'll meet up with the rest of my shit.
Oh, that's what you're saying.
Yeah, I want to pull it back.
You want to pull it back. You don't want to pull it.
Because in fixed, having an exterior isn't as important.
Well, so devil's advocate to that though is you were saying you wouldn't have anywhere else to get cards, but if you pull it into the middle, you would.
Okay, but I wasn't talking about cards, by the way. I was talking about continents because I don't have any expansion room.
You want a second bonus, yeah.
Yeah. So as long as black is there, it's a present problem for my expansion abilities. Okay, so
Tyler
obliterates him.
How did he?
Because he still had a continent remaining and he got good rolls. It's really just that.
He got really good dice.
So Jagozo is practically, dusted
he's
now.
in trouble.
Yeah, that's it. So then that means we all have to kind of unite now. So maybe I can't fight black because we all have to fucking stop orange. That's really the reality of the situation here. You know? Don't really have an option. If you move his 2, yeah, that's very good, thank you.
You're welcome.
That's highly important for us to obliterate of sorts.
Yeah, okay. JK's down to 14. He's going to get the corner taken. Once he gets the corner taken, everyone has to fight Tyler, or else Tyler just wins. I think Tyler just wins anyways.
I don't think so, though, because I think if everyone keeps breaking Tyler, it's going to grow impossible.
Oh, okay. Chris does it.
I think if...
All right. Is Chris allied with you? He's not allied with me.
He is.
Okay, he's listening to you.
Yeah.
I love fixed, man. I love
fixed
fixed on good maps.
Yeah. Definitely is map-based, I'll give you that.
Okay, he's accepting now.
Yeah, so Doobie J breaks him, yeah, so that's... Yeah, we're not letting Tyler win this, so that's what I'm thinking here. Is kind of the common rally under a banner of sorts that we can take that approach to eliminate him. Anyway, I shall give you this now. And I shall put there. I think on my next turn I eliminate black's presence here. Does he win the manual? He does not. That's good news. So that's another thing, is that I want to kill black, but black also then loses his ability to break people because he's dead.
You need him.
Yeah,
you need him.
Well, I don't know if I need him necessarily. It's just I have to kill him at a time where we don't need him to like do a lot of breaking. But at the same time, I also like don't lose too many troops taking him out, or at least taking him out of this area. You get me? Like, the goal is I can knock him out of this part of the map. Maybe kill him altogether. If he doesn't match in, I could probably kill him altogether, but I don't know if I want to do that.
He sets it inside him!
Yeah, that's
hilarious! Oh my god, that's so funny. Look at this fucking mess of a game.
Troy was a good choice. This is a lot of fun.
No, dude, Troy fixed this. This is a good fix map. I like it.
This is good.
Alright, and now he's trying to make a deal.
Yeah, so this is kind of the, hey, you're getting attacked by everyone, so you may want to leave me alone deal. Let's see how Tyler follows through. So you're going to take your continent this turn. It's a no contest.
I'm not.
No?
No, I don't think that's the right move. I think if I take my continent, it's too heat.
Like, you'll get too much attention?
Yeah. I do.
Okay, that's fair.
I think I slow play it.
Alright, I respect it.
I also think I could have just killed Tyler. That might have been
That turn?
That might have been correct.
Yeah. Might have been, but I guess we'll never know, eh?
We'll never know.
Mm.
That would be quite the pylon too. Tyler goes from like a commanding lead to everyone fucking slamming into him.
Yeah, he's just fucking obliterated there.
If he has no set on 4, he's in big trouble.
Well, but what if he doesn't get to live long enough for that?
Oh, you're gonna kill him.
Yeah.
Are you?
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that.
Cool. With your 5. Aha! Sneaky,
Yeah.
sneaky! Cosmic
Yeah.
fucking Cowboy, eh? You got a 10 match?
I do.
Okay.
10 match, continents. I'm going to probably put everything on that 1 in balcony. Just kind of run train. Especially if Doobie J does my work for me and hits him.
Not on your 5?
Does he move that 5 out of the way?
Nah, block him. Make it, yeah, make Cowboy work for it.
Fuck.
There we go.
Yeah, well.
There we go.
Alright, well, let's work for this then. Let's see here. How do we get this?
It's gonna be close, dude.
8 troops.
Yeah.
15. I think I got that.
I think you
Those
got
are pretty
it
good
too.
odds.
But you have to do at least 1 split.
Yeah, unfortunately. I don't really have a choice in that matter. Yeah, it's close.
It is very close.
Yeah.
Alright.
Closer than I thought it was going to be, actually, to be fully honest with you. But I think that was good on my end.
JK's like, it did not see that coming.
No, you didn't.
Hero to 0.
Yeah, that was a very unfortunate series of events for him to undergo. Here we go. So see, now I've gained a position over there, while also kind of just vibing out.
Just vibing out. I love it.
Happy. I'm pretty happy that turn. I think that was a good play. Did you notice I also moved the 3 out of Doobie J's continent so that he's less likely to see me as hostile?
What a nice guy you are.
Yeah, because I'm giving him his stuff. So. Now you go for you because you're not seen as threatening anymore.
Well, I have to keep parity.
Yeah,
So,
of course.
So you get, let's see, you get 4 and 3 is 7. JK gets plus
get
5. I see. I still get the most. That might be too scary for some people. Let's see what Black does. If Black breaks me, I wouldn't be so. Ooh, no. So Black does the same. He gets value. He gets more value than me, right? No, he's still getting 7. Okay, so I got the best deal. I get the best deal in town. Let's see if.
Which I find it weird that step housing is only plus 4. I feel like that's like a plus 5.
It's a tricky one to hold, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like a really hard one.
Yeah, yeah. What would you value it at though? Plus 5 because it's only 6 territories.
Yeah, but the thing is, all 6 of those territories, like in a public game, which that's one thing you have to recognize is that maps have to be designed for the majority of games that will happen, which unfortunately is not with high-level people that know good neighbor. So given that reality, I would value it at plus 6 because all 6 of those territories realistically have to be defended.
Generally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like obviously not a iron rule.
Well, what he's doing with 2 threat stacks works nicely too, though.
So, here's a weird thing I might try, eh?
Sure.
What if I take his continent in the coming turns? Not yet, but I work towards it, eh?
Which one?
The bottom one. Is the one I wanted at the start.
Well, I hope.
What if I do that?
Hope he doesn't see it coming, I guess. All right.
Okay, so Doobie J is getting the short end of the stick now because, you know, J Gozo needs to expand.
He's
and I was just a better
He's
card.
got 5 cards, though.
Mm-hmm. And knowing Doobie J, he may very well just hit him back. Just kind of backhand J Gozo.
No, in Doobie J, he's gonna smoke him. Am I right?
Yeah.
I kid.
Are you killing him? You're killing Doobie?
No.
No?
I
Okay.
don't know. I said I kid. Oh, that wasn't the way I wanted to split. I wanted to split the
No,
opposite.
I was just thinking the way you allocated your troops, you very much look like you were up to, knock his head off.
No, no. No, thank you.
Oh, +4, that's brutal. Wow.
That is brutal.
Poor guy. Well, yeah, now I kind of have to fucking swing for your fucking constant at that point, bro. Like, unless you put some good-ass defense on it. 16, I don't know if that's enough. Is that enough? See, but I don't want to grow too big too quick. You get what I'm saying? I don't want to come off as hella aggressive, but I just don't know exactly where to put myself right now.
Well, let's see what Doobie does. Oh, he also gets the 4 trade. Lousy luck for these guys.
Oh.
Hey, were you on my
Right
stream?
when they would need
were
it
you
too,
on my
right?
stream the other day when we were discussing how much a card is actually worth in fixed? So,
I probably wasn't.
what's
but
the
I've
average?
thought of
What's
it
the
a lot.
average trade? The average trade is like not 10, but close to 10. Holy shit! He punches
wow.
black.
Well, then I almost have to take now,
I didn't see
right?
that
Like,
coming at all. Why did he punch black?
it seems like a very interesting game decision. You know what? I'm gonna let that stew, and I'm gonna let Black use his
Yeah,
troops
why
offensively.
on earth? Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Interesting
I'm
move.
not going to join that mosh pit quite yet.
So,
I'll let them.
riddle me this, Cowboy. What's a card worth in fixed?
I think a card is worth like 3 to 4 troops at most. That is like. So I like to try and value it.
It can't be worth 4 troops.
Well, it could be because
Not
if
every
you get
trade you get is a
+2.
12.
No, of course not.
Yeah.
But I like to always, like, for me, obviously that isn't the realistic value. I always try to assume the highest end because I find when I have 5 cards in fixed, it's usually unlikely that I'm going to not have what's called a +10, and usually you have a +2 accompanying it if you have significant enough board. So I usually will equate it to about 4 troops, but it also depends on the principle. Because, like, let's say that I'm going to be card locked for the next 5 turns, and the longer I wait, the harder it is to break. In that case, I would want to value the cards a bit higher, because I'm not losing 1 turn worth of cards. I'm losing 5 turns worth of cards. So it has gone from, if we're using my metric of the highest possible value of 4, it has gone from being worth, 4 troops to technically 20 because I'm going to keep losing cards the longer I sit there.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. All right, so Chris is just punching Doobie without
So
killing
Doobie
him.
and them, yeah, that's over. Okay. Well, I killed Doobie probably then. And then, it'll become, do I kill Doobie? Maybe. I don't even know if it's worth killing him. I might not. I might just let them stew, honestly. They're fighting each other. I'm gonna just take a constant and chill.
Stooby.
If you want that +2, you can probably have it.
This is good luck.
Yeah. So, that's fine. If he doesn't get open towards my ass, then that's also quite good. But I have a feeling Doobie's gonna break him to open him up. Oh no, he breaks you and us.
Yeah.
Wow, he's getting good ass rolls too.
He's
Wow.
try and get you, but failed to do so.
No, he probably gets me.
Hey, okay.
Interesting. So why did he do that? Was it just to spite us in a sense? I'm not sure. Well, either way, I only need to do this. You're gonna repair your constants, obviously. So we'll do that. And we'll do that and that. And then great, I retake.
That hurt me a lot more than it hurt you.
Yeah, that hurt you a lot more for sure. I 100% agree to that thought process. So Mr. J Gozo is starting to be threatening. We're +13, by the way. It's quite scary.
Yeah,
You may wanna
JK takes
start-
second.
Yeah, I
JK
think he tries to kill
JK
him
kills
too.
Doobie. Okay. Doobie dies. Yep. Then what?
Yeah, but does he have the juice to get him? I mean, he probably does.
It's gonna be.
Oh,
it's gonna be thin,
gonna
but
be
he's
close.
got it.
Yeah, he got it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
he gets it.
Okay.
barely.
Yeah,
I don't know if it was worth it though, because he lost like 20 troops to get 4 cards. It's about value though, I'd say, so it's not terrible. It does assure him that he has 1 extra card, so it makes it closer to his next trade-in as well. So what's our, what are what's our situation between you and me here? Are we, going to devolve into fighting, or do we recognize Jay Gozo as the common enemy here?
I mean, I'm happy to stay friends.
Okay, that's cool. That's kind of that was more my worry. You're gonna take that continent, okay?
Yeah.
Go for it.
This is what I do. This is how
that's fine.
This is how I do this. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm in 2 places, but those
I'm
places
gonna
are
take that
threatening.
+2. You mind that?
What plus? Yeah. It won't stop me.
Yeah, the little one. Okay.
It won't stop me. What does Chris do?
So I think he just goes into Jay Gozo because he doesn't have any other options really. He might just break him, or he might just try and play to survive now.
Will you try to take the bonus? No. Just sitting with the stack. Okay. You're still winning this game.
Yeah, but winning and 1 are 2 very different things.
Yeah,
right?
Indeed.
So I definitely have to play my cards incredibly close to my chest here. I think what I'm going to do is this. Fortify. And I'm going to move. I'm going to see if I can friendly border with Jay Gozo here.
Yeah, let him hit you if he has to hit you. At least you don't lose a stack. Right.
I think either way, I kind of have
troops a turn.
So, we'll see. Now, I wonder, is he going to try and break us, or me? He might try and break me here.
Doesn't look like he's lining up to break me.
Well, it depends. That 8 can go either way.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
That's true. He can.
2 10s, yeah, if he breaks us both here.
No, he's taking a bonus for himself. Sure.
Okay. I don't think we let him hold that, though, correct? He has Troga, or Tro... Yeah.
Hey, man, you got fucking 25 troops on me. You know, you do what you gotta do.
Well, let's see what Black lets him hold, actually. Let's see first how Black's actions are. What Chris does here. Nice match, and Jesus, you're gonna take that thing too, huh? The horse?
No, I don't think so.
No, okay. Yeah, I guess that would be a lot of heat, huh?
I don't think I do.
That's a very big invitation to come in royally fuck you up. Okay.
But I do try and make nice with you. Let's see if you like that. The longer we're happy, I think the better I am, so.
That's fair. I would agree to a similar vein of thought, honestly.
But you know how it goes, right? Whoever betrays who first has the advantage.
Yeah.
Yep. I love this
So it's
game.
all about when is the optimal time to betray. And that's what I like about your 73 is that it still can definitely swing around and fuck me if you so desire. Okay, so he breaks all of us. Or is he trying to go into the corner, maybe? We'll see. No, he's breaking all of us. Okay. Interesting. That's frustrating, to say the least, because he's kind of, not throwing, but...
Well, what was he going to do?
Well,
he says
he can play survive. He can play survive, though, I think, because now...
I don't think
he's not throwing the game.
I don't think he can play to survive. I think that was his sort of like, well, I'm dead anyway, so...
Okay. I'm just thinking here Jay Gozo's going to benefit from that a lot, so. And now Jay Gozo's ironically the one to kill him.
If he sets, he doesn't have cards. He doesn't have fucking cards, does he? He doesn't have fucking cards.
Nope. So he just chills. Okay, yeah, he's getting prepared to kill him though. So I think that one of us should kill him.
I think you're correct.
Yeah, I think that there's no reason to give Jay Gozo that. Shame. You'll have to split. Whatever will you do? So now I'm curious how this board unfolds.
The Pete and Cosmic Alliance is too strong.
See, but I mean, yeah, we've been kind of coordinate things, but mostly it's to end the game. We've definitely made
It
plays.
is what it is. I'm still honest with JK. I could ask him things.
Yeah.
But he's the weakest player, so you know what Champ's school of fixed card says about the weakest player.
Do you know what his school says about the weakest player?
And Cosmic Cowboy says, "Fuck you."
I say you're not able to actually hit me currently.
Sure.
So I have no incentive whatsoever to keep you, what's it called? From, doing anything.
Oh, okay.
And you may very well suicide
You're not
me.
You're not gonna like how I get out of this one.
Yeah, no, you're gonna get yeah. No, I'm fully aware of what will probably happen, but Yeah, and he opens you up, so unless he's willing to connect on you, then
puts a stack there. What's the thought? Slow rolls it.
but he breaks me. Okay, so now I have to break him then with my 29. Because he's kind of forced my hand in that sense. I think I lose.
I sure hope so.
Yeah, that's a fair hope of sorts. So what I think I'm going to do is kind of teach Jagozo a lesson in bargaining, which is that if you tell me to do something and then proceed to fuck me,
I fuck you.
Yeah. So
see, we just got the caption for the show.
Yeah.
If you tell me to do something and you proceed to fuck me, I fuck you. Yeah, you didn't fuck him at all. They'll get 21 troops. Shut up.
I hit 2 continents.
You lose, Cosmic Cowboy.
I hit 2 continents.
You lose this game.
I actually had 3 continents.
You didn't break Troja. You didn't.
Because I can't break everything, or else I lose by suicide. I have to monitor my hits. I can only punch as hard as I can.
You lose the game for sure.
Okay. Why? Because you're just gonna suicide me to make me lose it?
Yeah, fuck you. Break my shit.
Alright. That's fair. Okay, in my position, would you have not done the same? Especially when you have another player asking you to do something who would very well break you.
Who knows?
No?
Who knows what I would have done?
Well, I guess that, today's not the day to find out.
We will never know.
Okay. Oh, I see. So you're not here to end my game immediately. Alright, well, since this is the case, what I shall do is just kind of make it hurt if he connects with me at all. If he breaks me. I'll have little counterattack platoons surrounding the area.
Counter-attack platoons. I like it.
Yeah. Yeah, so he breaks me here? Okay. But by not breaking you, he is now bringing himself to a position where he is worrisomely surrounded. Interesting. He's going to hit my 20 probably then, eh? Get me out of that side completely.
No.
No, he does not.
Because he's still
But he does take a
kind of
lot of board.
protected.
So what do you do to him taking all of that? Nothing. I see.
Hey man, I'm the weakest player. I can't afford to do anything.
Not really. You're the weakest by metric, not by the reality of how the board is shaping currently.
What do you mean? It's going to be a good end game any way you look at it. Oh, I see what he's going to do. He's going to push out with those two and hold.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that creates a problem.
It is. It's a problem.
Which I don't have the resources to solve.
I think he's going to hit me too, though.
We'll see.
Yeah.
He does, okay.
Yeah.
Oops. Uh-oh.
Oh,
What
yeah.
happens now?
No, you die now.
Oh, I die? Okay.
No. He dies. You break me, you
Oh,
die. I thought that was implied.
Yeah, that was...
I thought
okay,
that
yeah.
was absolutely implied by me trying my hardest not to hit either of you guys. That the next guy to break me fucking dies.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
Can I even kill him? Oh, I can't actually have the 55, right. Okay. Well, let's hope I win this roll here. Oh, fuck.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Well, okay. I guess I'm just eliminating you from all the map now.
Damn
so
it.
that you can't...
Damn it, I get fucking third anyways. Ah, sucks to suck.
I don't know if I kill you. Did I kill you?
I think you
Oh, I
killed me
did
for
kill you.
sure. I think you killed me for sure.
Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, and then you
I
said
totally
it.
kill
You said it, and you killed JK. You win right now. GG.
I don't know if I have the speed to kill you. We'll
I
see.
really feel like me taking two greedy ass bonuses and guarding them with a threat stack means to people. Now maybe I'm wrong, and I wasn't telegraphing that enough, but I really feel like that means to people the next guy to break me fucking dies.
Should mean that to people,
Well,
yes.
who knows? Who knows what you mean? Maybe I have an instinct for self-preservation that I don't actually have.
Oh,
Oh, Cowboy, no!
Sure. Okay. Whatever. The game's already over. That's so annoying. I was one territory off. I was slightly too slow. See if he loses this. That'd be really funny if he did. No, he doesn't. Shame. One territory short, too.
That was awesome.
Well, let's see what he does in his 10 turns.
Fucking mobile speed strikes again.
Yeah, exactly. It's just fuck.
Yeah.
I had so much of the map to take. Maybe if I didn't focus on him in the first place, I would have... Well, if I didn't, I would have definitely got you. But,
This is what I should have done. I should have said revenge before I, right? When I took the continent. Like, you fuck me, I fuck you. So before we end the show, I would just like to reiterate my promo for the FFA tournament. Cosmic and I both have had success and tons of fun playing and event helping. So if you are on the fence about whether or not you'd like to compete, we'd love to have you. I'm going to throw the sign-up sheet and the link to the Risk Discord is always in my show notes. Come on down, sign up, compete with us. I would be very personally gratified to see that. Cowboy, anything else we want to touch on before we say goodnight?
No, I think we got a lot covered, I enjoyed the conversation. Thanks for having me out here.
I'm happy with that. I feel like this showcased your personality a lot better. I hope you're happy with the show. I hope you all enjoyed. If you are interested in getting better at the Game of Risk, I invite you to subscribe to my channel and come along the ride with me. Also, subscribe to Cosmic Cowboy's YouTube channel. I have a daily release on YouTube. I do a fixed game every Friday at the minimum. I do this show waiting on your best behavior every Wednesday. Every other day I do whatever I feel like, and until next time, for all of you on the path to world domination, good games and good luck.